So you're telling me that there is an order of shape-changing animal shifters that are like a bajillion years old who are soul bound to their godly child lover? What is this crap fan fiction bullshit that you just told me? Hey there, everyone, and welcome to Exalted. The name's Adam.
I'm Impcit.
And I'm Tech Priest, and I regret ever talking to Adam about this.
Yeah,
I don't.
apparently, they decided to give me a little bit of a very basic outline of what Exalted is like, and they explained what the relationship between the Lunars and Solars are, and I hate it. I hate it so much because it reminds me of horrible fan fiction, and I'm unfortunately brain rotted in that regard. So I just interpret it as some of the creepiest shit humanly possible.
I just want to say that this book, just having scrolled through it, because it's second edition, and it's, but why?
Ossel is already highlighting that every cat was fast as lightning. Yeah, there's gonna be cats. Maybe Phil Percato wrote this. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, we're covering Exalted Second Edition, which, according to Tech, is not it at its best. I don't know what edition is, but
No edition of Exalted is at its best. I'm going to be frank with you here, Chief.
this is the one he dislikes the most, I think.
Second is fine. First is also fine. I prefer third, but that's because I'm a weirdo who doesn't mind a 600-page core book.
All I do know is that we are going to go through the character dossiers of. I don't know what the world setting is. I just know that for whatever reason they tried to make this the prequel to the World of Darkness. And screw that.
That was first edition, and they kind of dropped it by second.
Yeah, because that's a horrible idea.
Oh, it is.
Speaking of which, look at this love letter to first edition D&D's player handbook. All this is doing is making me want to play first edition D&D. I think they had two artists compile together this cover because some of them look very different to other parts of this book. Well, of this page, I should say. Ossel's actually wondering why do you prefer third Tech? What makes it so interesting?
Mechanically, it works better. And I know that this is Exalted, so saying any of that is like the equivalent of saying I prefer it when my proctologist uses lube for the endoscope, but still.
Apparently not Nito also agrees. 2E, bruh. I have no context. I just know that they're soul bonds, and it's written in a way that, given the average player base of a World of Darkness game, activates every bone in my body in attack mode. Because you got 7,000-year-old cat girls bonding with, and I know that they're the ones that knifed the original incarnation of the Solars. That was told to me, and they're not supposed to be played like what the hell people play them. But I'm also aware of the players that would usually play this. There's a
We
reason
also
I don't like Red Talon players.
we also decided that the best way to get into this setting is to just go in and experience how they describe the characters.
Oh no, this was recommended by a fan of our show, specifically because they knew
That
it
too.
would be full of edgy garbage OCs and that I'd probably make fun of them.
It's not even edgy garbage OCs. It's here's a brief description, here's a stat block and a picture.
Okay, but either way, it's going to be garbage OC time, and that's always fun. There's a table of contents for each faction because you got the Solars, which are the Percy Jacksons, even though Percy Jackson ripped this off. The Lunars, which are the cat and the dog and every other animal shifters. They're the James Bonds of the world, and also likely the ones who have killed most of the Solars before they came back. I was told a little bit about what the Sidereals are. They're the ones that basically make reality what it is by touching it, right?
They're bureaucrats.
You mentioned that if you punch someone in the face, you can make them a duck, and they have always been a duck.
Yes.
They have some real bullshit powers, yes.
Okay, then. There's the terrestrials, which I have no clue on what those are. I think those are the dragon guys.
Yes.
And then you got the corrupted solars, because Abyssal, I think, is that, or are they the demons wearing the celestials' skin?
No, the Abyssals are your edgy. The Infernals are, I'm here to kill everybody, and I'm happy about it.
Okay.
And the Alchemical are robots.
Oh, that'd be the robots that those two ladies were lubing up with their bodies. Got it.
Yes.
It's a White Wolf book. You kind of have to expect it. And like a lot of White Wolf books, it opens up with, in this case, Canadian-inspired animation, because this is very much during the weeaboo phase of everything, and this was their attempt at trying to mimic that. It
Exactly.
kind of worked, kind of. Not really. Only one of them looks suitably anime. The rest kind of look like something you'd see in a third-party independent comic.
So, as the introduction states, the Exalted were designed as living weapons for the Incarnate for the Primordial War, as we all know.
Yeah, I totally know that.
They exceeded their creators' expectations, defeating the Primordials and winning control of creation for the gods. In recognition, they were given the rule of creation itself. This is known as a bad idea, because they're cursed.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that they
Basically,
like overthrew a Titan equivalent. Yeah,
yeah,
I
they
remember
did,
Pretty
that.
and
much.
they were not happy about that.
Was that how they got cursed?
Yes.
Partially. It's also their own hubris, but whatever, you know.
So, how to use this book. It's a supplement detailing examples of prominent or notorious Exalted of every type, which is why I'm going to call it the OC registration list. Because I'm going to be honest, if you told me what the setting of Exalted was like in detail, I'd probably tell you it sounds like a really bad bootleg Japanese manga that was turned into an anime on the cheap using probably Vietnamese artists. And then one of the dubbing companies, like Ocean Group, was contractually obligated as part of a deal to get a much more important IP. They had to dub it. This is the ghost stories of the World of Darkness
Listen,
setting.
my lunar companion, I can't love you. It's not because you're a rabbit morph, but it's because you're black.
Another example of how I envision this setting is this feels like something you'd read, like you know those bad young adult stories. Like it'd be like in the same vein as Animorphs, like the stuff before Harry Potter took over everything. Kind of like that, but then you realize that the author never released any new books after 2005 because they were arrested. And once you reread the stories when you're an adult, you go, "Oh yeah, I could see why they were arrested for this." They kind of hinted that this was their thing. I'm trying to say is that there's a bit of watch list energy in this, at least to me.
Which one? We'll find out.
Don't call the Animorphs bad. No, I love the Animorphs, but its ending is a fucking nightmare. Also, let's be honest, a lot of the Animorph books are quite skippable. Like, remember when they found the alien toilet?
The what?
That was an entire book.
Yep. Yep.
The alien toilet was an entire book.
Moving on. So, the Solars are the chosen of the unconquered sun, who once ruled creation after the Primordial War, but they fell to madness and ruin. Usurped by their subordinates, their exaltations were confined for centuries beneath the ocean, only recently being free. So our first example, Dace, the rejuvenated cavalier.
He looks like he works for Amaris. He looks like Stefan Amaris's like twin brother. Is that why he was killed originally? Was it because of that?
Well, no, because the thing is that you're not reincarnating as a person. Your exaltation reincarnates.
Yeah.
So, as they
It's
give
not
here, this guy Dace was a veteran, and then on his last day, turned into a exalted.
basically the spark finds you again. There's a lot of ways to describe it, but that's the basic.
Do I have to know what the Luxians are?
No, because I don't know either.
Oh, look shy.
I assume people.
Okay, all right. Do you guys want the deep lore, or do you want to just like ignore it?
I don't, but here's the thing. That's the point of Exalted. You gotta tell us
All
anyway.
right. The basics are this. Remember, Scarlet Empress, whole thing with that, there was an entity called the Shogunate before that whole shindig went down with, the Koof 3.0 and the
Before they shoved
Hello,
the lady
yes.
into the tube and she became the Red Lady.
No, 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 no. The Empress, Scarlet Empress, praise be upon her, uh, had her noble companion who gladly volunteered to power up the super weapon by being shoved into the torture machine where her soul will be in torment for all eternity. That sort of thing.
Was this the 18,000-year-old wolf boy?
No. So when she took over said doomsday device, because the thing about the Scarlet Empress is she's not actually a solar or a lunar. She is a dragon blooded, which is the thing that the dragon blooded created what's called the shogunate. Before all this happened, before that, there was the Scarlet Empress, and she was one of the officers of the shogunate. The shogunate had several legions that were out and about in creation during the big fucky wucky going on. One of these legions ends up taking and fortifying a city called Lookshy. They also were sitting on a nice big stockpile of good go fuck yourself super weapons. So when the Scarlet Empress declares herself, well, the Scarlet Empress, they kind of just say, how about no? And, well, as I said before, they're also sitting on a pile of super weapons, so she can't just vaporize them.
So these are one of the rival city-states then, formed out of the remains
Yes,
of
this is
the
a
dragon
city-state on
people?
yes, this is a city-state on the edge of the realm that has its own control, is sort of in a cold war constantly with the realm, also controlled by dragon-blooded, very martial, and the basic dispute they have with the Red Empress is that they don't believe that she's legitimately an empress. Because they're like, you weren't even a high-ranking officer of the shogunate. Get fucked, bitch.
And then she fucks them
Wait,
And then
with a
then
missile.
they've fought each other over the centuries,
I've heard of this
on and
before.
off.
I've heard of this before, but it involved a red moon and it was better done.
What do you mean a red moon? Don't you mean a red mountain?
No, that too. That too.
This is
A
not a
ca-
Glorantha thing. The Scarlet
no,
Empress is the
it is
Scarlet
another
Empress because
Kalpa. The wheel turns and the cycle repeats.
I swear to God. No, it is not a Morrowind reference.
At this point, I can't tell. I'm just kind of guessing where it's coming from.
No,
So
if anything, it's a reference to the various warring states periods and how you would sometimes get a controlled someone that declares themselves, the Grand Shogun of Japan or whatever the fuck, and the rest, there's at least a couple of people that just say, yeah, no. Lookshy is one of the successful groups that says, yeah, no, and establishes their own city-state.
but this guy in particular, so while fighting them, uh, ended up trying to break through cavalry, and did not die. He instead exalted, and the old age fatigue that once weared him down was gone. He then immediately started a new mercenary company and just fucked off and fought a lot of battles.
Okay. So he's fucked off to a place called the Scavengers Lands, and he has little to do with anything. He just kind of exists as an example, I guess.
He exists probably as an example of the sort of nature of the Solars being willing to fight for whatever,
Well, I'm noticing
or
that
fight
the way
whoever.
their attacks work are much different than what I'm used to.
Oh yeah, it's different. The system's different. Everything is different. That's kind of why I was like, this is probably not the best book to start with talking about Exalted.
It still is a D10. You have to hit above a 7 for a success. A 10 is a 2 successes.
I imagine that the speed is the equivalent of the dicey. Is it speed and accuracy, and then you roll damage?
Probably.
I don't know. I will say this is much more different from the Street Fighter one that I read. That is a truly ridiculous amount of soak, by the way.
Yeah. Welcome to
Welcome to Exalted, where
Exalted.
even that amount of soak doesn't fucking matter.
The
This
other
is part
thing
of the
that
problem with second and first edition
Yeah.
Exalted, because it basically turns into a game of exploding rocket tag.
Oh, so it's just
The
like
other
your average D&D game. Got it.
the one thing I
Yep.
did like about Exalted is just the funny names for the charms.
Oh yeah, the charm names are great. It's all wuxia anime bullshit.
Hungry
It's
Tiger
fant-
technique for Hungry
Oh, I didn't know it
Rest-
was going that hard in the weeaboo. I thought
Oh,
maybe it was going to be a little more like bog standard fan. Okay. Okay. So it
Adam,
being contractual obligation by the dubbing company is the more likely
Adam,
example.
you have to understand that Lookshy and the Realm are both canonically noted to have Gundams. They have giant robot armor that can be piloted by pilots that are exalted. They have the anime bullshit mechs. They have armies of them.
Are you sure this just isn't an attempt to try to make their own Rifts campaign and it went horribly wrong?
it sounds like Riffs or an off-brand take of Age of Sigmar.
I think they just went
Look,
for a Rifts game and it went horribly fucking wrong.
Exalted is basically like, what kind of anime do you want to play? Yes. And they shoved it all in a setting.
Ugh.
And
Ugh.
at times it's absolutely brilliant. And at other times it makes you cringe and want to tear your eyes out.
But next up we have other basic anime protagonist.
He looks like a character you'd see in Marvel before they go out of business. He looks like a Hulk replacement from 2017.
Amadeus
Replace.
Cho, is that you?
He looks like Amadeus Cho if he tried to grow a beard. You, thy hast already been deceased, my bro. He looks like Amadeus Cho had sex with Kenshiro, and this was the love child.
Growing up without any parents to speak of, and
Well,
running
yeah, I
with
could
the
tell he
orphan
was
gangs,
fatherless. I could tell this person was fucking fatherless.
he pulled his weight protecting the smaller kids from bullies and rival gangs and the ill-meaning adults everywhere. Left the gangs when he was old enough. He got involved in the bare-knuckle fight scene. He lived the rest of his life on the road. He earned money at poor villages showing off strongman tricks or betting cocky locals that they couldn't take him down. And when the kind of help a strong back and hard fist could provide was called for, he felt obliged to lend it. And that's how he got exalted.
So this is their attempt at making Kenshiro or Ricky Yo. This is
Yes.
their attempt at making it. And let's see, anything interesting besides that?
He then
Random
met
other OCs.
He met another guy, Kindale. Kindale was about to get himself cut down the street by a nobleman. When his own sudden solar exaltation and a timely intervention by Demetheus saved the lad.
Yeah, I don't see anything else that's really super interesting. Oh, you mentioned he looks like a discount guts private penguin. Apparently, he is responsible for killing him, or someone they knew killed him. No, he killed his friend.
No, one of the dragon. Yes, oh, he did, yeah.
Yeah.
By accident, apparently.
Yeah, there's a little bit of
It-
guts there, but it's like reverse, where he's the Griffith.
Let's see what are his charms. Increasing strength exercise. Iron kettle body, iron skin concentration, ox body technique.
Is there a term called Omayawamo Shinturu? There should be. There should be a charm that's called I
There
diagnose you
basically
dead.
are supernatural martial arts where it's like I tap you and you explode.
Then
That's
the
like
next,
sidereal stuff. This one is really funny.
the kid with no name.
The Righteous Devil, who has his own martial arts style, by the way.
He is also
He's a
the lead singer of Finger Bang. Oh no, that's a gun. That's a gun. I thought that was
Yeah.
his finger. I thought he was actually
No,
doing I thought he was doing the finger guns and like they actually fired. Oh, that you had potential there and you fucked it. No. No, you should have given him finger guns. Like it shouldn't have been
In
a real pistol.
In one cycle of tales, he and the Silver Preacher face off time and again. Most recent tale is the hero descending to the Screaming City to pursue Preacher after some unforgivable wrong.
Yeah, this is like an attempt to make an Iraqi character, but it went wrong.
I'm gonna see. Oh no, it's not even a gun. It's a plasma repeater. It's a fucking plasma gun. It
Maybe
looks
he
like
stole it
it
from
does.
the Gundam.
If I'm
It is a
guessing,
magical plasma gun. Yes, the fire
it does
wands.
if I'm going by the L, it does 11 lethal damage.
Yes, it does.
I mean, it's
There are
plasma
two.
gun.
That is the less good of his. He has also the perfect fire wand, one above, accuracy 14, damage 8 lethal, parry damage value of 7, rate 2, tags 2 are. Arguably, that's better.
He has 5 of the Ox body technique. I've heard that's
yes, he
good
does. That
for
means he has
health.
an extra 5 levels of health.
Damn.
Exalted, kind of the first and second edition, run into this issue where there's two ways to make a good combat character. The first way is make the man who never gets hit. Doesn't matter, won't get hit. The second is I don't care if I get hit. I just buy as many levels of Ox body technique as possible and just try to tank it.
The problem is that's not going to probably work.
It is not as efficient.
You know, I'm sorry. I love the charm names. They're so fucking goofy.
The charm names are great.
They're okay.
Reflex sidestep technique. 7 shadow evasion.
No, I don't hate them, but they're not. They're mediocre in my opinion.
He also knows the righteous devil style of martial art.
Yes, that's the one that's named after him, the Righteous Devil style. It is the literally. You've seen Equilibrium, right?
Yeah, like years ago.
It's that. It's gun kata. It is
okay.
Literally the martial art of I shoot you good with pistols.
You know, if I was gonna make a reference to like a Fist of the North Star character, I'd go with the guy that uses dynamite as his kung fu. Because that was a foe that Kenshiro fought. I mean, he died like a frog in a blender, but
well, he was already dead.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Oh,
Then we have Carl Fire Orchid. She was born to one of Luxai's greatest dragon-blooded generals, but time proved she would never be a dragon-blooded herself. She decided to make a career in the 7th Legion, prove her bravery on the battlefield time and time again. Decades of honorable service led her a healthy pension, retired to idyllic farm to live out her sunset years. Then these fair folk showed up. The Raska showed the villagers no mercy. But whatever Fire Orchid did, she got the power of the unconquered sun to her.
And she exalted. So this is Grandma here to kick your ass.
And she helped her villagers train to defend themselves against the fair folk. And I guess it's been continuing on her journey ever since.
Yep. Now
she does have a straight sword, which only does a mere 6 lethal damage.
Are we going with we're going with katanas do more damage?
I don't think she has a katana. But it could be. She also knows route. She knows route steaming gesture, heroism encouraging presence, mob dispersing rebuke, whirlwind armor donning prana,
I'll be honest, I think most people are going to forget most of these.
Correct.
Correct.
Then there's discount Soul Caliber character.
You're
Yep.
going to need to be a bit more specific. Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Panther.
That's the... I don't know nothing about Soul Calibur, but I've seen that type of weapon before.
Yeah. The son of a Nexus prostitute, he was orphaned young and subjected to endless indenture for the crime of stealing to feed himself.
Okay, here's my question.
Nexus is a city.
Are-
Don't worry about it. We're not going to go deep
No,
into
my
the
question is
Exalted lore.
this. Are Solars just the result of being fatherless?
Maybe.
No, they specifically mentioned the previous one,
Had a
who in
father.
fact has a father.
But do they have a mother?
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna make a joke about it.
No,
You just have to have a
exalting
broken
as a
family.
solar is basically that your soul hits the achievement level of like, oh, that seems neat, and then the unconquered sun's little stuff goes right. So here's that exalted soul. Have fun.
So basically, this guy became the top tier fighter in the arena. Not for the
He also
not
murdered
not
his own friend in a blood fury.
Yep. And then he awoken with profound regret when he realized that all of his luxury, sex, and drugs did nothing.
What he needed was the 5,000-year-old horse girl. Womp womp.
He needed the Uma Musume.
Yeah, he
That's
understood
what
his
his
divine
lunar is.
mandate. Wait, he understood his divine mandate, but what did he know of righteousness? All his life, he'd been nothing but wicked and well rewarded for it. Perhaps the hardening of his body and training had not been wasted after all. He'd seek out those who had most been like himself and teach them the lessons he should have learned himself so many years ago.
Basically, he's a walking intervention.
No, it sounds more
I'm
like
gonna-
he sounds
I'm
more
gonna
like he
bu-
beats them to near death and says, "Now that's why you don't do that."
Yes.
He's like, no, this is a beast. This is actually a beast. This is a beast that was accidentally written and put in the wrong book.
But at least he does actual shit and actually fights against bad people.
Like yeah, if you take a look at his techniques,
Hammer
he's got
on
a lot
iron.
Of yeah.
The
sledgehammer
solar hero
fist
style.
punch. Solar hero form, dragon coil technique.
I'm pretty sure I use these in God Hand.
Yeah,
You
like
might.
it's fun.
Also, Not Nito has the hypothesis that Sol Invictus likes to play the stepfather. That's why most of his chosen are fatherless.
Listen, Sol Invictus is Sol Invictus. I'm not going to try to justify it.
Address me as daddy.
Then we have
Can we not
Wind.
go?
And
also, that is not the Vash the Stampede clone. I actually argue that Panther is because of the whole trying to get people to stop fighting. And also being
no,
really
he's not
damn
trying to
good
get
at
people to
killing
stop
them.
fighting.
He's just trying to get them to learn the error of their ways by punching them.
Basically, his whole thing is that he is trying to redeem his sinful ways, and therefore become someone who can actually preach what he believes now, without feeling like a fucking tool.
Yeah, because the previous guy, the dude with the laser gun, he just kind of looks like him, but not really.
Yeah. The next one's interesting.
So Wind always wanted to be a monk, would have loved to have been a student of the Immaculate Dragon of Air.
But unfortunately, he failed No Nut November.
Yeah. Well, he did meet a Lunar Exalt. He believed that the Lunar Exalt was responsible for some murders, but when the vicious creature responsible revealed itself, Wind made the fateful decision to stand by the lunar side and attack the monster. And probably for protecting his lover or spouse or whoever connection was in the past life, he finally exalted.
Well, let me put it like this. Usually when dealing with an anathema, these sort of things are monsters and awful, or they're also exalted. So whatever he was dealing with was in fact potentially itself a solar, which would have been fucking wild, which I doubt.
No,
but,
okay, hear me out. He kills the solar, and then he exalts as the solar he just killed.
It's possible.
That would be fun.
That'd be how I
but-
play it.
But then, so the Lunar led Win away to safety and then abandoned him, claiming that in doing so he had discharged a debt left over from the first stage. Then a
Basically,
side rail found him.
Basically, but that first Lunar recognizes whatever Solar Soul grabbed onto Win's body and is like, all right, I owed you one way back when. Debt's repaid, peace out, bitch. And just leaves him there, because Lunars are like that. Then the side reel comes over to him and is like, hey, buddy, so let's sit down and talk about everything you've believed in your life and how it was all a goddamn lie.
God's damned lie.
Because, yeah, so this whole Immaculate Order is kind of a thing created by the side reels to try to basically find young Solars and kill them before they can figure out what their actual power set is.
Because the last thing they want is the Solars back.
Exactly. It's basically a religion focused around how the dragon-blooded are great and the best ever, and everything else sucks.
Wait a minute. Killing reincarnated people in order to keep a prophecy in which certain terrestrial-based creatures are in power?
Certain living deities are like the Scarlet Empress are.
Where have I heard this before?
Where have I heard this before? Hey Todd Howard, what is it about that game you've made a couple of years ago? Isn't this an interesting game?
Why do I see a giant asteroid hovering above my city?
Also the standard anime / Japanese approach of taking a religious order and doing the corruption angle. Although in this case, it's actually a Shaolin order rather than what they usually do, which is using a Christian pastiche because of the weirdness of faith.
Or Buddhism,
which makes sense.
if
They're
you're
Westerners, so the
playing
concept.
Sekiro.
Well, no, because it makes sense as Westerners. It's the Oriental religions that are the ones that don't make no goddamn sense. As opposed to a Japanese guy going, wait, what? You believe in flaming eye angels screaming, do not be afraid of me? What the fuck? It's like that, but in reverse.
They also just really love our iconography.
Well, yeah, Catholic
Yes.
priests and
I
Orthodox priests
want
have
to know,
drip.
he's not terrible. He's also not really good, but he's not terrible. He actually has a decent amount of snake-style martial arts, which basically is the, you know the... Alright, so snake-style is effectively Neji from Naruto pushing your fucking spiritual points and going like Omai wa no Shindiru, and then you explode.
Oh,
It's
that's what
really,
they're going
really
with?
neat. Yep, that's his martial arts style.
Okay.
Which can be learned by mortals, though it's better in the hands of Exalted, of course. In the hands of someone like a Solar Exalted, it gets really fucking busted and insane. Though he's not quite at that level yet.
So
But
what you're
then-
saying is you can do as a divination, 64 palms, and shut off all of your
Yeah,
organs?
divination. Basically, yes. When I said that Exalted is like, hey, what anime do you want to play? Yes. You can have Ichigo from Bleach, Neji from Naruto, and Goku from Dragon Ball Z all in the same party. And they all will have unique combat styles. And it will be reflected mechanically.
Okay, I can almost see some appeal there. Some. The weird soul binding with the lunar thing is kind of just too creepy for me, but there's something
Then
here.
don't play Solars. Play Side Reels or play Dragon Blooded or Alchemicals.
Also,
yeah, just throw out
yeah.
1/4 of the fucking book.
Yes.
Wait
The-
a
the
minute,
next-
this looks like a traced character.
Next up, hi Elizabeth Rose Bloodframe from Hollow Live English Justice.
This feels like a traced character.
This feels like your traditional anime Ojo-sama, except
feel like it's
in
traced
Exalted.
from a
Now there's a
fighting
bit of a
game.
disturbing thing when they start off with at age 14,
Yeah,
but that's more when she ran away because she was going to be married off to a husband. She then decided to go to the city, ended up going to the city of Rayla, learned sorcery, and
also
yeah,
found out that the city of Relia is also prone to saying women stay in the kitchen. She said, "Fuck that." Basically, her entire plot is, and then the woman spoke,
Gaslight
and the
girl
people.
keep Gaslight gatekeep girl boss also summon the tentacle monsters.
Yeah, basically what happened is, every time she opened her mouth, everyone around her said, "No, you are a woman. You cannot talk." And then she
You
said,
are
as I say,
woman.
"No," and then
she is
summoned the tentacle monster.
she is a self-absorbed woman, driven to retake every right and advantage which she feels her exaltation entitles her.
Basically, the plot demanded that she face nothing but shit so she can become the antagonist.
Yeah. Of her group, she appreciates the Eclipse cast, Swan, who saved her life, has proven himself a competent sidekick, and seems the least inclined to argue with her when she's trying to get things done.
And to be fair, she is a sorceress. She don't fuck with the sorceress. Sorcerers are really dangerous.
She has the horse
Wait,
summoning whisper.
so what you're
Oh
saying
no!
is,
Wait, 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 wait.
I was just gonna say,
Horse.
is this where the sorcerers came from when they decided to shit all over 5th edition of the World of Darkness? Did they just kind of yank it from here?
No, because this is completely unrelated.
Okay.
But also, she can summon horses.
Horse summoning whistle, Master Horseman's Eye. Yes, she has 2 ride charm. She has 3 ride charms for some reason.
Is her other name Catherine the Great?
Well, she is a white woman.
I was going to actually make the joke that so she's doing the horse girl draws with her magic. Is that like her ability to do that for free?
Well, she does have invulnerable skin of bronze. I mean, she's decent. I mean, I can't like say anything more than that.
Let's see.
Apparently
Next up
not.
is
Nito has described just how bad sorcerers can be in the setting. AKA just summon a third circle demon and let it destroy everything in 1,000 miles.
Yeah, don't fuck with the sorcerers ever. There's an entire school of sorcery in the realm that is effectively the rules are it's like imagine Hogwarts, but Hogwarts where it's like every other year, half of the freshman class gets eaten by a demon and no one really blinks an eye because it's like you should have known what you were fucking doing, kids.
so the average class in Warhammer.
Yes.
I mean, Hogwarts has like a fucking crisis every year. It's just less kids die than you think.
Let's see. The next one is Jasara, the autodidactic savant.
I think this is an
Who
actual
has
class in D&D.
an interesting sense of fashion. What is
Is she a
up with those
VTuber?
pants?
I think she's a VTuber.
I think she's a VTuber. Also, she has she has a little mascot character right there, which is the one-eyed thing with like the nose and the mouth there. I don't know.
I feel
like
like this
she
was inspired by a video game
probably
or
looks like
light novel.
from what I can gather, she did dumpster diving into her city to find all manner of strange languages, trades, thaumaturgy. Found a first aid structure that would suit the destruction that had befallen the rest of the neighborhood. She followed ghostly images of a strangely familiar blonde-haired boy through the maze to a staircase at its center.
By the way, if you're
Top of the
wondering, yeah, she's fatherless. I did a skim just to make the joke.
So we're at 2 with fathers.
looks like she met an AI, and then I have no idea when she exalted.
They just kind
Probably
of
after
came up with
meeting
the
the
character
AI.
idea, I think.
She
Probably
defends
meeting the AI is what caused her
yeah,
to
she probably
exalt.
defends a library. Yeah, she's got a hidden tower with a confusing maze of mirrors and crystal between the main entrance to the central staircase. Yeah, she's just a wizard in a tower. Next
Eclipse
up
Then we get
is
they're kind of useless because what the fuck are you supposed to do with supernatural linguistics? I don't know nothing about casts.
Eclipse cast. Let's not get into the cast stuff
Yeah.
because if we're going to be going to that, we're going to be here another 3 hours. Let's
Oh,
not.
we have another follower list. Sayan. Sayan's mother was the exiled illegitimate daughter of a dynant.
Ah,
So basically, no, he has a father. It's mentioned. He was the
Oh, it was the
smith.
smith.
Basically, from his mother, he learns to read. From his father, he learns how to hit things with hammers. Both things went pretty well until they both died when he was 16 of a wasting fever.
And then he exalted. Blue and red fires of essence leapt out of his body, filling him with power, reminding him of ancient days when the chosen of the sun ruled the world.
these
There,
are
with a mighty
terrible
blow,
origins.
with one mighty blow of his heavy hammer, he freed a river that had been trapped and buried beneath the cliff face since time out of mind.
I mean, yeah, they can do that. Exalted can do shit like that.
He decided not to be a self-indulgent prick and carried
Actually,
on to help people.
Yeah, his whole thing is, I make magic thing. I am going absolutely fucking full-on Hephaestus mode.
His hammer does 13 bashing damage.
I mean,
Yeah,
do you see how big it
he
is?
just bashes people.
The head of
And
the
it's
hammer
an
is larger than his own head.
It is an exceptional hammer.
Wait a minute. Hammers, smithing, metal arms? Ferris Manus, is that you?
This is actually
I'm-
what happened when he got his head ripped off. He just
Ferris
teleported
Manus
here.
got isekai'd into Exalted.
Yeah, this is just Ferris Manus under a different name.
Let's see, next.
He also has a magical hawk thing out of his bracer, which is kind of neat.
Let's see, next is Elias Tremalion, the cunning patriot. He had parents.
All right,
Uh,
the quote though, I fucking love the quote. You'll be quite safe here until the airboat arrives, Counselor Snowflake. That won't be for several hours yet, but I suspect we can keep each other entertained.
Gay sex.
Say Gex.
Yeah, just you hear the saxophone music begin playing, funkadelics begin to
Da,
blast.
da, 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 da.
Let's see.
Actually,
So-
no, wait. Remember, this is the World of Darkness splat book, and the players, they won't get it up unless the counselor is a Lunar. I'm sorry, that's not.
No,
gonna
they won't
happen.
get it up unless it's a needlessly convoluted narrative.
Yeah, that too.
Well, yeah, let's see. If not for the intervention of the Unconquered Sun in his 23rd year, that would have never happened. Caught by a dragon-blooded agent of the All-Seeing Eye, slow torture and death seemed to lay in their future until Elias' destiny came due.
By the way, he was such a
Um,
shitter that he had to be basically sent to military school.
Yep.
I just realized he has a prison knife. He has a toilet knife, a shiv.
Yep.
No, it is
He
a
has a shank.
it is a thrown.
Feath-
It is a feather
It's a
steel
feather
knife
steel knife.
that does 5 lethal.
Though you could try to fancy it up all you want. That's a toilet knife. That's a fucking.
So let's see. He now protects the Hans Lanti League and spreads its power and influence to the north.
With his toilet knife. He also stole MC Hammer's pants. I just noticed.
The next,
Is he
The
just a
next
homeless bum? Is he just like a homeless bum? And
The next one is
what
the fuck is this art?
What the fuck is that thing?
Faka Kun.
So what happened here? I know exactly what happened. Whoever was one of the writers had a bad experience with Dalsim from Street Fighter, and it awakened a latent fetish. This is someone who got sexually aroused by Dalsim and decided to inflict it upon the rest of us.
Yeah, it's an acrobat.
Yeah.
Apparently not. Thinks that it's a kunai and sex toy that Elias
Like all
has.
Daja, has the small deficiency in the skin color pox. The longevity pox and enlightened essence blight, to which all Daja are likewise heir, are subsumed in the greater benefits of their solar exaltation. Okay.
No, I just realized. Actually, I think I realized they had a sexual awakening with Aang from The Last Airbender.
Oh no.
This would have been 2010, so maybe.
Yeah, they just aged her.
All right, the next one. Are you ready for the most anime protagonist?
I am not ready at all.
Junan, Night Warden, the restless funerist.
This is
You
not
and I
the
are not
Zerg.
so different, Spirit.
He is
Let us see who
14
can lay
years
the
old.
other to rest.
This is a 14-year-old high school student.
I mean, he even has the boots and the cloak and an axe containing 1,000 souls. You know, this is
Yeah.
just like, yeah.
He encountered a Death Knight. His name, White Bone Sinner, a Death Knight envoy of the Walker in Darkness.
What the fuck?
Killed a
The
woman.
Kalanti woman. He wants to find
wanted
the
to-
woman. Literally, he wants to get laid. That's his motivation.
I mean, he's like 14 apparently, so yeah.
No, he's 23.
No, we're
I was
joking.
I was joking that he was 14 because, it's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
It's all because there's a woman that was going to die, but she was pretty, and they didn't want her to die. And then there's the look. This is just like
Yeah.
the
No,
most.
his motivation to find the woman and force the Walker in Darkness to grant her freedom.
Okay, I was
Good
making
luck
jokes.
with that.
I was making jokes about like we're legally obligated to make this. No, this guy. This guy would be the star in the. We were legally obligated to make and dub this anime to actually get the rights to. And it's not even a really good anime they're getting the rights to. Yeah,
I mean, look
to
at
get the
his
rights. No, to get the
techniques.
rights to dub the Zatch Bell anime, we had to dub
He
this
is-
one.
He is, of course, Nightcast, because why not?
Look,
He has
to
a
get
soul steel grim.
we had to get this one also. We had to.
He
We
has
were legally
just
required.
can you let
It
me
does-
state it, because it is the edgiest thing possible. A soul steel grim cleaver.
We're done.
We're done. We have found it. We have found peak.
Let's see. Let's quickly go over the rest of the solars. Admiral Sand, discount Lando Calrissian lookalike.
With a nice sword, and
No, this is just Ra's al Ghul. This is Ra's al Ghul trying to mock Bruce during his wedding to Talia.
Then there's Mirror Flag,
which
don't
is
know.
a thespian. She is an
discount
actor.
discount Mother of Pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait. Only
The art of-
survivor. No wait, only survivor in a Mother of Pain lookalike contest.
She was part of a guild factor, didn't like being a guild factor's daughter, decided to become an artiste, and Exalted now wears a special magical mask.
Once
Then
again, fulfilling the invincible son, touching those with parent issues.
Yes, as is tradition.
Swan.
Then we have Swan, who has possibly the stupidest name you can fucking imagine.
I want to go to then his
They got a
His-
deviant art. They had a deviant artist make a Rurouni Kenshin character.
Well, wait. His circle mate Ariana fascinates him. He feels both devoted and responsible for her. If she'd never come along or hadn't need his help when she did, he may never have exalted. She's the most intelligent,
sorceress.
passionate, striking woman he's ever met. Her fate seems inextricably bound with his. But then there's the
Does not
first age
say-
lunar huntress Lilith. She claimed
But
that she had
the
been married to
comment here-
him 3,000 years ago.
Oh god, is that
Let's
what's that
note this.
terrible? What's that
You were
terrible
right.
anime where they're all like?
You were
fairies?
right. No, you were right. This is the young kid now being forced to be in a marriage with a 3,000-year-old woman.
Told you.
She's, by the way, an owl shifter, and she is yandere coded. Holy shit.
Insert
As if that
comments
weren't-
about how
as if-
cloacas are both. That's all I'm
As
saying.
As if all of that weren't enough, Ariana doesn't like her.
What terrible anime had like the two girls fighting over the guy and one's like a fucking alien?
Be more specific.
The one with the I'm blanking on it. But
Was
it was
it
like one of the
Lum?
original. Yes, well that's the alien.
Yeah.
God, let me.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know that like that's what they're going with, and I fucking hate it. This is again.
Oh.
This is what I was actually dreading.
Here is it. Urusei Yatsura.
Thank you. Thank you.
I do
But
think
then
that he
next
does
though
have.
is the Lunar Exalted.
Yep, and opens up with Minotaur Man stabbing a dude to death.
There is no justification.
You
So
sold them.
after the usurpation, they retreated to the Creation's Edge. Biding their time means to one day replace the hated Scarlet Empire.
By the way, just because again, this is like an intrinsic thing in the setting. The Chosen of Luna were once mates to the Solar Lawgivers and trusted stewards of the Over. I just have to highlight that they're the ones that want to make it this weird, fucked up, gross ara bullshit.
And why do you think I like third? Third backtracks heavily on that. They
Hi,
basically go
To give you
way
an
more
idea,
into.
this is almost, it's not as, but it's getting into the ballpark of Changeling the Dreaming, which the reason that one is a nonce attractor is because specifically it has the whole you can have a child turn into a grump, which is the equivalent of a kid going into old man. It is mechanically supposed to be more like Bruce Wayne watching his parents get shot. That's what it's supposed to be like. But the way it is often interpolated is they magically Benjamin Button to that age, and it's just it's like Jack. It's like that's how they handle it. It's like the great Francis Ford Coppola movie Jack with Robin Williams as a 10-year-old boy. Anyway, speaking of which, another artist's fetish character
Ka-
wearing latex body armor with toes.
Kaja Leaf. She was a bride of Alat. Main warrior is the Southern War of God of War and Cattle.
Yeah, a lot's around, and he's a pissy fucking dude. I'll tell you
But
that.
Luna did. She made the war god an offer he didn't refuse. Luna claimed Kaja Leaf for herself. The bride of Alat became the bride of Luna. Their marriage was consummated.
Don't you want? Oh,
Some Lunar say it is
by the way,
born offspring.
Yeah.
by the way, they turn into a leopard because, of course, this is actually how Phil Percato got his fetish for cat women. He accidentally, I think what happened was they had him playtest it, and it just the absinthe hit really hard that day, and everything just went wrong ever since.
Next up, Strength of Many. Looks like a discount Tarn from World of Warcraft.
I mean, wouldn't you be screaming if you realized you were teleported out of the Warcraft universe into this shithole? I'd be screaming every day.
Actually, yes.
I would be screaming every day, and I don't blame him.
He also wants to end
Basically,
slavery.
well, yeah, he was a slave. So his motivation is basically, yeah, no, if you own slaves, death now.
Oh, this is the guy that murdered the little Ginny man.
Yes.
Just the
Yep.
expression on his face. It just won't stop
Then,
screaming.
then next is Lilith.
Remember her?
Now here is the reason why she hated her husband. He mind raped her. Mind twisting charms. Literally could not get her free, and of course the physical abuse was the least of his cruelty. So after that, she decided to spend most of her time in animal form. And the Return of the Solars called her back to some form of self-awareness.
So she has issues with Solar Exalted.
Yeah, that is the motivation.
Yeah, I mean, there's reasonable issues there. It's just by focusing on that relationship, congratulations, you're kind of pigeonholing them into one type of role.
Also, holy shit, look at the number of charms she has.
Well, she's like 2,000 years
Yep.
old. What do you expect?
It to be longer?
Yeah, this is what happens if you've been around for a long time.
Health levels. The fuck?
Yeah,
Yes.
I get the feeling Lilith was a character that was very beloved by the creators.
Don't
Let's
worry,
see,
she only
next.
has Oxbody Technique X5.
Also, well, I mean,
Nothing too crazy.
there's also the possibility this might be an attempt to explain who created vampires because they kind of tried to do that in first edition.
Oh, if this is the actual... Oh, that'd be...
It's
Oh, right,
possible.
because Lilith wasn't a demon.
It is possible that that's like what maybe she was a first edition character that made it to
And
second.
hold on. Wait a minute. The Solar Exalt, Decis. One letter off from Deus, which is God. Coincidence?
That's what it's
I
a
think
possibility.
not.
It's a possibility. That's what I'm kind of thinking might be the case here. Is it likely? No. It's interesting though. The next one is Mahasuchi, with just a devil, like archetypical devil example.
Heavy metal album cover.
And yeah, a shit ton of charms. And like Notnina said, if only the charms could be formatted in a less shit manner.
Yeah, look at this rambling pile of shit. Look at this.
Are you sure we're not reading riffs?
No, Rift says slightly better formatting than this.
Eh.
Oh god, Rift says slightly better formatting than this.
Next up, Red Talon. I'm sorry, Red Jaws.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Then next up, Tammuz. Wait a minute, I thought that's a Promethean.
By the way, the reason I'm laughing is for whatever reason with Red Jaws, I'm just envisioning John Talbot from Darkstalkers, the werewolf character. Why do they turn into dogs? What the fuck?
Awoo.
And remember, he had a solar mate, Queen Chiara.
Was she white?
Was she white?
Was she white?
Well, although
We
each
just-
lunar is bonded to a solar partner, there was no love between them.
Yep.
Hey, remember when the Lunars are supposed to? I know. If you play them right, they're supposed to be like canny and broken because of their fucking existence and intelligence.
They're not necessarily broken. They've literally been fighting a war against non-creation for the last like 3,000 years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that kind of
imagine
breaks
you're
the
fighting.
brain.
Yeah, imagine you're fighting chaos for all eternity.
Oh no, not Nito. Only hang her out when she had peanut butter.
Oh, the next up though, Filvocrato's fetish origin, Anja Silver Claws.
Oh no! Oh,
This is
oh
up
god!
This is up there with the ocean book that you gave me, Tech, that had mermaids milking themselves.
What?
That's an actual thing in one of the World of Darkness books.
The
Don't ask.
the changelings. You see their breast milk. Apparently, the ones that live under the ocean allows you to breathe water.
You have to suck a mermaid's mommy milkers to breathe underwater.
Note that mermaid could be a child because it's a changeling.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Moving on. So, Anja.
Hello, Aisha Chan.
Let's see. She begged and stole from beggars. She gave herself to men and ghosts.
Of course.
She had one lover.
She
the
fucks ghosts.
Of course, she's a ghost prostitute. Can't remember, cats can see ghosts. So.
She only had one lover, the son of an expatriate Roman patrician who sought to form a resistance movement.
I'm sorry. This character's so fucking stupid.
The night after Anja left Thorn's Shadowland, she exalted.
She morbed. It's morbid time.
She flaunted her shape-shifting powers.
Oh
Wild
yeah,
Hunt
you're damn right she is.
Yep.
She's wearing bikinis for her butt. That's a bikini
With a tail,
strap.
with a fucking.
That's a bikini she's wearing backwards for her ass. Shit, fucking shit. Paint me like
She
one
became-
of your cat girls, Phil.
Thus did Anja become associated with the Wardens of Gaia.
Oh, of course she is. Of course she did. This is
Practical
Phil's character.
Yeah. She's too practical and diplomatic to tell her teacher that she likes civilization very much, and then Mahasuchi is a howling maniac. She relies much of possible animal forms of mundane stealth and concealment. She likes to surround herself with nice things. Her spirit form is a fluffy white house cat.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
Phil, you cannot fuck the cat.
Phil, why are you trying to attach a bikini a bikini to the cat's butt?
Oh no, Phil, please. Phil,
her hybrid body rearrangement gives her the following mutations: claws, fur, gazelle's pace, night vision, and prehensile tail. It's prehensile.
I didn't need to know that, Phil. I really didn't need to know that, Phil.
Oh, fuck.
She has graceful crane stance.
Well, yeah, she needs to do yoga poses with the bikini.
Listen,
and counting the elephant,
real...
counting the elephant's wrinkles.
That's an interesting way to describe that.
Oh
Phil.
no, that's a euphemism if I've ever heard one.
From DPS and everything else, of course they gave the cat girl the John's tail.
Oh, okay. The next one at least is not as terrible.
But before we go, this is exactly the sort of stuff I expect an average World of Darkness player, if you don't filter them, would do. Let's be honest here. Oh no, that's not much better. I've seen what people do with sharks, dude. But at least they're going for street sharks.
Previous one.
At least they're going with street sharks. He is disturbingly disrobed, though.
He is. However, he is a missionary shaman who is also a sorcerer that is channeling a goddamn Cthulhu monster.
A nice chicken.
He's also not very good at actually directly fighting, even though he is a shark man.
I don't know. I just feel like he'd get along well with Billy Witch Doctor. A nice chicken.
Arise my chicken.
Next up, Argonian woman.
Oh no, not lifts her tail.
No. Oh no, this is a fucking Yautja. This is a predator. The dreads. It's the dreads. The fucking weird. I have seen this art before, and this is someone's commissioned. This is someone's commissioned perv art for a predator, for a Yautja, that has just been edited to add a tail and a head, so they could use it for this book. I can tell. The head's not stapled on right. This was re-edited. Well,
she prefers to be in her war form anyway, which is like the furry.
No, I mean the head doesn't look like it was naturally part of the
original she believes
body.
Her war form is more beautiful than her human form. And she applies essence to this belief. She makes it true. I do like the virtue flaw, the curse of the drunken monkey.
Yeah, Private Penguin. You know why. This is actually a reason Tech does not. He loves the Lunars, but he hates them at the same time, and you're seeing this.
And my guess is that those two sacks on her chest are for his sap.
Like, again, here's the thing. Lunar's done right. Amazing characters. Lots of potential there for character development and, like, the nature of the eternal war and guilt over, like, what was your actual role when everything went to shit?
If I had to make a Lunar on the spot, okay, hear me out. I'm going to call him Ratman, and he barely speaks English. He kind of speaks gibberish, and his role was he had Garrett wire to like, I'm so sorry, friend.
He had to, like, old Yeller some fucking crazy solar.
Yep. And it's like, I'm sorry, good friend. I hope you become better next life. And he's your friend that lives in the walls.
Yeah. But then let's see. Next is the side reels. The chosen of the maidens once acted as viziers to the solar rulers of creation. and use their influence in an attempt to curb the lawgiver's
No.
ever-growing
In the
excesses.
comic, I think someone actually traced Street Fighter art here. I think this is traced Street Fighter
Also,
art.
they're talking about everyone's favorite character from the last section, Lilith.
I'm not saying she isn't dead. I'm saying, what if she isn't?
How does one do the Lunar's justice? Don't do weird Kumari furry shit with it.
That's like the basics.
That's
it's
all
like,
you kind of need to do.
yeah.
Treat it
Don't
like
go
you would treat
full-
werewolf. Treat it more seriously.
Like again, you are a 7-foot tall shark man that became one because your soul hit that, right? Like your soul hit that level of communion with Luna that you're now that. And unfortunately for everyone around you, you probably also may or may not have gone completely bug fuck insane and eaten a bunch of people. And there's probably some guilt there.
Hence why I went with the Rat Man idea, where he's the crazy guy who lives in the wall, who you hear mutter and cry about apologies to the people he had to kill because they were going to kill more people.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how you have to play up the guilt. Don't do the weird thing with the ladies and the guys, because they did it with the guys too. They tried to give you eye candy for the Sharkman and Bull guy.
I will
They
admit
had furries commission the art.
it was equal opportunity gooner bait.
Well, it's equal opportunity furry bait, and furries as a whole tend to be a lot more prone to be gay.
Well, they're gooners, so like that's the thing. Like it's, again, as I said, it was equal opportunity gooner bait.
Correct. That's at least something you got to give credit to the book.
Props to this book. Equal opportunity for gooners everywhere.
But next up is the side reels, whom Not Nito wants to use the
Hi,
kill
Wonder
had
Woman.
maim copy pasta.
Listen, the side reels are sort of responsible for the entire setting going to fucking shit, yes, because of one fucking guy who is like, the Solars are really getting out of hand. Let's just genocide them.
So he's Tactless from Age of Sigmar?
Yeah.
Who decided
right.
after his first creation of new elves went wrong, or not to his liking, he said, why don't I just kill them all? And then they fled into the ocean.
Well, he did that, and to make things even better in the analogy here, he then created that, that religion that lies about the Solars and exalts the Dragon-blooded as truly the masters of all creation. He made that because, why not? And he has refused to admit that he may, in fact, ever be even the slightest bit wrong.
Ah. So he's a politician.
Yes, he is.
But
Speaking of which,
let's see.
Ura, Gold faction leader.
Yeah.
Gold leader.
She truly believes that restoring the Solar Exalted to rulership of creation will bring back all of the old realm's glories.
Yeah, also
this
she
time,
was fucking that one dude that I was talking about earlier that was like the one main guy that was going up against the whole like
status quo.
No, like that we should establish the status quo of this. That's him.
She's also 15 centuries old, but she looks like a slim and beautiful woman in her 20s.
Also, yeah, she was fucking the leader, Kajak, because Kajak is yeah.
Next up, though, is Shepherd of the North Star.
The Shepherd of the North Star. This guy, look at this dude. He has the 7-section staff, and he is going to use every goddamn section of it.
So he became exalted once he helped carry a merchant through a blizzard. 200 miles of wilderness, to be exact.
And that's how he earned his name, also, Shepherd of the North Star, because that's how he got there.
Is he wearing Elvis's Vegas costume, but done as a kimono?
Yes. Yes.
It's a shame you went through how he exalted, because I was going to make the joke that he exalted when he was trying to expel all of the shit in his colon as he was dying on the toilet.
I unironically kind of like this guy. Like, there's a vibe to him.
Well, yeah, he reminds me of, since you used Naruto as a comparison, the way he looks kind of reminds me of the character Jiraiya. I expect him to do a dance where he hops on one foot like he's in a fucking That one type of goofy theater that you have. No, it's the other one. Kabuki. Like a
Kabuki?
kabuki actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a kabuki actor energy to him. And he's from the Bureau of Destiny. Don't worry, I am from the government. I am here to help. Oh, fuck.
Unironically, that is the job of the side reels. They are literally the bureaucrats of heaven, and have to go onto Earth to try to fix things that go out of alignment. They have to use their own best judgment for it. But basically, you're playing the Men in Black. If the Men in Black were also supernatural kung fu wizards.
I'm envisioning this kung fu wizard going, I don't know how to fix this, and you just see the eldest like screaming as he's crawling inside of a skyscraper as a blob of cancer. How do we fix this? I know.
How do we
Punches.
fix this? I know. I'm just gonna whack it with my stick.
You whack it.
Just
You
turn
whack
it
him
into a
so
duck.
hard. You whack the eldest so hard with a stick that you just kind of retcon what happened during Gehenna.
I mean, you joke, but
Let's see. Next guy. Iron
Next gal.
Sika. Gal. She was a loyal daughter to the realm.
She has
But
Down syndrome.
when a horrible humanoid sea beast erupted from the water, she didn't run. The monster silver claws drew blood once, twice, and thrice, and then she was told
She
it
beat
was
the
not
shit
her
out of it.
destiny.
She also seems to have Down syndrome or fetal alcohol syndrome because this was an attempt to make Suikoden art and it went horribly wrong.
Motivation. Beat up creatures of darkness until they get the message and leave creation alone.
Literally, I'm gonna pay you $30 to fuck off.
Let's see, next one.
This feels
hey.
like bad Suikoden art.
Oh, hey, hi, Snake Eyes. I'm sorry, Crimson
It is
Banner
a G.I.
Executioner.
Joe. I love this dude. This dude is so fucking good.
Okay, I like the art
This
style
is the
for
edgy.
this one.
This is the edgy guy for the group.
It's Snake
Call it
Eyes, but with
repaying
a
debt
Soul
from another
Calibur weapon.
Confiscation for another's failure. All right, are you ready for this guy's backstory?
Sure, let's go through with it.
The youth who had become the Crimson Banner Executioner was born in Chirasco to a jeweler raped by a minor Delzan noble. The young half-breed got in a lot of fights over his mixed and illegitimate parentage before the Bureau of Destiny found him and took him to Yushan for training. He was fated to receive the exaltation of the Crimson Banner Executioner. The first Crimson Banner Executioner died in usurpation while killing Solars for the Bronze faction. Two subsequent incarnations have followed both Gold and Bronze paths, and both factions tried recruiting the young shield bearer to be. During one training mission creation, the future Sidereal stumbled into a plot involving a small god who was selling prophecies, inside information gained from the Loom of Fate to a fairfolk noble. The young man, exalted while attempting to escape, slew the Rakshasa noble and was gravely wounded by a renegade god. Yeah, it's the edge. Basically, he gets his inheritance includes a powerful suit of Magitech armor that makes him invisible to the Loom of Fate and prophetic powers.
He doesn't speak much. His work and training seems to consume him entirely. He doesn't even own a home in Yushan, preferring to lodge in the Crimson Panoply of Victory itself.
He spends so much time in his armor that rumors spread about horrible disfigurement, a curse from the renegade god.
Why is
in
there
fact,
a symbol
he's just
of Mars
normal
in
looking.
the background?
That's the symbol of the bureau
faction
that he belongs to. The chosen of what was it again?
Was it Bronze?
No, that's the what is his fucking Exalted group? Give me a second here.
It says Cast Battles.
Yeah, Chosen of Battles.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I can see it because of the Mars symbol.
Yep. The solar the Sidereal's factions are all named after planets.
It's affectionately goofy, I'll say. This one is.
Yeah, this one's great. This is unironic, just like cheese.
Next one, Deepak Chopra. I'm sorry, Chibop Kijik.
I love this dude to hate him because this is the asshole that's responsible for every problem.
But by the way,
I want to note his motivation here.
Yes,
justify past sacrifices.
By the way, yes, this man slams ass still, despite being thousands of years old.
Yeah,
there's no excuse for you.
He accepts many other hard necessities since then, from the extermination of the Solar servant races to the alliance with the Empress.
I just
He
realized
spends
why he did the
wait,
things he did. Look at his head. He looks like he's suffered from severe CTE.
He spends every waking minute working. Even during martial art practice, a secretary reads some reports and he dictates letters.
Are those
He is on
dents in
that
his skull?
He is on that Sigma grind set. He has no time for healing.
He is doing the Sigma male grind set.
He has taken no lovers.
I think he
Indeed,
has
he has
dents
no
in his skull.
personal. Wait, no. Indeed, he has no personal life at all.
This is your average Japanese man having ascended to the greatest form possible. This is the Saori man, the apex of them.
He works 24/7 to prevent that other chick from bothering him ever again.
No, he doesn't work 24/7. He works 25/7.
What are you talking about? 25/8.
He has created an extra day of the week just to work more. I'm pretty sure that side rules can actually do that.
He probably did. He actually invented Time Cube.
Next.
He has a time tesseract just so that he can do more paperwork.
Oh, hey,
Next.
it's not Bruce Lee.
Lupo.
This guy's great.
Tries several times to groom the inheritors of a dozen or more free solar exaltations and resurgent princes of Earth. Lupo thus met several lawgivers and learned their flaws as well as their virtues. He is a sense of repolitique counterbalancing Aisha's idealism.
By the way, they are in an open relationship, yeah.
Yeah, they banging.
Well, not only that, but they
you're-
watch each other bang other people. Because of course
His
they do.
supernatural.
As this can be a powerful tool for recruitment or subversion.
So what they're doing is because a lot of
They're in
really
an open
horrible,
relationship.
No, because a lot of really horrible World of Darkness LARPs turn into fucked up trash fire polycules. This is the mechanism for which you can do an Exalted LARP.
I don't think you want to do an Exalted LARP. You think that vampire LARPs are cringe? I don't think you want to see the ones it would be for Exalted.
I know,
Well, 'cause next up-
because I'm looking at this.
Next up, May Blossom.
May Blossom, also this, aka the Token Sorceress.
Not Scarlet Witch.
Moving on.
Not Scarlet Witch during House of M.
Also, she is a horse girl. Her
Of course she
family
is.
bred racehorses.
Next, Black Ice Shadow. He disguised himself as an Abyssal, and then most likely kills them.
Okay, counterpoint. The previous guy that we said was the edgiest, I think we have a competitor.
So, what is it worth living for?
I'm trying to figure out which NES ninja he's trying to rip off.
For one thing, the name Black Ice Shadow, just moi.
Oh wait, no, colleges. The Crow. I don't know what that means. I first thought it was colleagues.
Cast of endings, of course.
Shadowland Circle Necromancy is one of his charms.
Motivation. Understand the human condition.
He just wants to be a real boy.
How do normal people interact and be? How do they work? I don't understand. And if I recall correctly, I think that alchemical symbol is that of Saturn's.
Yes, the one of endings, yes.
Which
then let's see.
Oh god, one of endings. It's also the one of gloom and direness. The Saturnine man is a term for gloominess for a reason.
Yes, he's also he has Soul Seal short dieclaves and Star Metal breastplate. He risks it trying to attune the dieclaves fully and gain the magical materials bonus only if he expects a truly dire battle. you know, because master this one time, I must go all out.
The dichotomy of he is too autistic to function and he just like me for real.
Yeah. This is the Ryan Gosling of our side reels.
Speaking of autism, here's Kai, the eccentric specialist.
He's fucking insane, but he actually gets shit done.
He
does want to end the Bronze faction.
He has mastered the art
Which
of
is
random
based.
bullshit go.
Actually, yes, he has. He is Moon Knight.
Then there is
has at one point did he attack the previous guy at one point demanding his money because he confused him for Dracula?
I would not be surprised. Because he's got a mortuary duty, so probably he has attacked a Dracula or two back in his day.
Where are you, Dracula, you big fucking nerd? Where's my money?
You owe me your money, Dracula. Then we have the token enlightened enlightened centrist, the Independent.
This is Holden Bloodfeast before he became old.
He also has the Giga Chad face. Holy shit!
This is a young Holden Bloodfeast demanding that, for the love of God, Iran be bombed one more time, just so he could smell human flesh burn once more.
Also, he knows all the charms for archery. Just all of them.
All of them.
Bureaucracy, all charms.
I love the spikes on the bow so that he just, at one point, if he has to quick draw, just slams it through his hand and screams.
You have to understand, that's so that he can stab someone with his bow before he shoots them with an arrow. Very important.
He punches them.
Then, let's see. Then we have the terrestrials.
These are the dragon people, apparently, right?
Yep. Catholic Miletus.
So
believes that his
these are the most common of the Exalted, because not everyone would know what Exalted is. They're very common.
So let me explain. Let me explain the Dragon Blooded very simply. So you see, when they were fighting the Primordials and all that sort of shit, somebody realized something, which is that Luna was a freak, and Luna could convince the elements herself with a little bit of to join in their side.
She turned into
and the result of that. She goes in and she recruits them.
She showed them that lunacy.
Yeah. So lunacy, yeah. So she gets the elements on their side and they create another form of these of Exalted because they need, basically put, cannon fodder. Because the Solars are really strong and so are the Lunars. And the side reels, well, they have their advantages, but there's not a lot of them. We need a self-replicating Exalted. Enter the Dragon-Blooded. The Dragon-Blooded, as a group, can be equivalent, like, if you put about 5 of these guys together, they can probably match a moderate-leveled Solar Exalt on a bad day. So, what happens if you have, I don't know, like 500 of them? So, they will pass down their exaltations randomly through their bloodline. No guarantee, but if they have kids, they have a chance of becoming exalted. They're not immortal compared to the Lunars.
Also is comparing them to Benders. So essentially what I'm interpreting here is they really liked Avatar: The Last Airbender. One of them had a sexual awakening due to Aang and turned them into a solar.
No, this was from way before Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh.
Because Avatar released in 2004?
It's
2002,
still all
2003.
It's all the elements bullshit.
Oh, then what actually happened is Dave Filoni really liked Exalted and then ripped it off.
Yeah, that could make sense. It did come from a thing called White Wolf, and I think he just saw the last word of that brand and just took it.
Okay, now that we know that, let's take a look at the person who is the artificier here.
So I think he may know how to use the Gundams.
Yes. Catholic Miletus is fantastic. In terms of, like, look at that art. You get immediately that this is some magical motherfucker.
He has the power.
Yep. He is, in fact, a sorcerer.
For those wondering, like Private Penguin, they are the weakest in terms of just the amount of charms they get are less powerful. They progress a bit.
Their charms are less powerful. They're weaker
all
overall.
aligned, I think.
Yes,
Yeah,
they're all elementally aligned. They cannot learn the same sort of crazy bullshit magical powers that, say, the Solars can. However, there's a lot of them, and B, the stuff that they do have is incredibly specialized, and when pushed to its full potential, can in fact rival that of Solars.
Also, from what I understand, I think it progress a bit faster.
I mean, they live less time, so kinda, yeah.
Like in terms of getting their charms, it's a little bit faster, from what I remember.
Yeah, they're less powerful, so they're cheaper usually experience-wise. Their main advantage, though, is, again, as I said, teamwork. They are literally the go-go Power Rangers of the Exalted. Like, you have 5 versions of them, so they all have color coding, and you can do magical girl transformation stuff. So yes,
I
just
forgot that
go for
they
the fucking
used
Power
Chinese.
Rangers.
I forgot they did the Chinese element thing with them.
Yes, they do. Fire, earth, air, water, and wood.
not heart.
There's no
Not heart.
Actually, they got it wrong then because it'd be metal.
Yeah, well, they didn't want to go that far.
And there's another guy that claims metal.
Yeah.
But
Let's
if
see,
they
next
did metal,
guy.
then they could have done the mecha. Like
No, they already do the mecha. That's what this
that
guy
would have
does.
made more sense.
Let's see. So the next guy, Sevis Gadarva.
This person, I think, might have been inspired by Genndy Tartakovsky.
What are the Space Marines? I mean, look at those fucking shoulder pads.
Well, no, it's just like the expression on the face kind of reminds me. Oh god, there's like another artist from like Nickelodeon Cartoon Network around the time that had an art like style like that. But yeah, this dude is the master of the forest witches, so wood elemental.
No, that's just a magician group.
Oh, okay.
The forest witches are strange.
Oh, apparently they can combine their powers, and that's the other reason dragons are strong.
Yes.
And it looks like he can change different incarnations.
Yes, that's part of the forest witches thing.
He's been a woman. He's been a man. He's been all things.
The next one I like a lot.
That's why the forest witches were written.
This guy is fantastic.
Tepet, what was it? Tepet
Arada.
Ardara.
He is very frankly just like, hello, I am the rebel. That is my job.
Is that an Aztec sword paddle?
It is a sword paddle made of metal that he uses because it's anime bullshit. Don't question it.
No, it's a diclave.
Well, yeah, it's a diclave, but you know what I mean. Has been tasked with slaying the Bull of the North, which is a solar exalt, and he's gonna go the best at it. The thing is that battle went badly.
And he's concluded that the Empress and the Deliberative actively conspired to destroy his house because they feared its military might.
Not inaccurate.
Oh no. This is the plot of Dune, isn't it?
Probably.
This guy is trying to find Tepeta Java, who the Rose Black, who is one of the surviving military leaders, and his granddaughter. I don't know. Is she in this? Do we get her?
I think so. She is.
She's fun.
I'd be surprised if we didn't.
The next up,
she is one of the dark horse candidates for becoming the replacement of the Scarlet Empress. Yep, she's in here.
So screaming in agony forever in a box.
No, the Scarlet Empress was not screaming in agony forever in a box. She's the one that shoved somebody into to be someone screaming in agony, always in a box. There's a big difference.
Next up though is Menam.
Memnon.
The other candidate for the throne, one of the great daughters and sorceresses of the Empire. She is also a fucking maniacal bitch with a control freak fetish.
Yeah, fishy boy. The Makwa Huitli, the wooden club. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It reminds me of that, just without the obsidian shards.
For Diclave also turns a magical poison that inflicts the effects of arrow frog venom on any who suffer even one level of lethal damage from a strike.
In other words, Lamau, get fucked.
I will say that as I've gone through this book with you guys, I can kind of understand the niche case, because I thought this was closer to more traditional-ish fantasy, maybe leaning more towards Legend of the
No,
Five Rings.
this is wuxia bullshit.
This is
Like,
hardcore
Exalted,
anime, and that is definitely changing my my understanding of this, which I think is to its benefit.
Let me put it like this: this is anime, and like your average Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan martial arts movie thrown into a goddamn blender. Then they
Okay.
sprinkle in some Chinese philosophy bullshit and some superhero stuff as well, and then they pour it out into a drink for you.
Okay, like, I'm making fun
Yeah.
of this, but this is actually going pretty well. Like, I'm actually starting to understand where you get use cases for this.
Speaking of Bruce Lee style stuff,
This
Ragara
guy.
Mirren.
Yeah,
I think he's just the thing who also
the Grand Master of the Immaculate Order. He is a Earth aspected, and his entire thing is he is probably the most powerful dragon-blooded in creation right now when it comes to martial arts.
Ox Body Technique 6.
Yeah.
Yes, it's weaker because he's dragon-blooded, but he's still very strong. He's
Penguin,
also...
it's the Weeb dossier. Also, Nicholas Liu comments that the Scarlet Empress just did what the Emperor should have fucking done.
Which is just, yeah.
Yeah, as one of the resident Warhammer experts here, he wanted to do that.
Yeah, because wasn't
Then
the
his
point of
son-
Magnus existing was
Yes.
to be
yes,
sacrificed
yes,
onto it?
Yes, and then
Kinda, yeah.
his son broke the machine.
Also, I want to note this. There's a side reel that's planning to teach this dude side reel martial arts to see what happens.
That'd be interesting.
Next up.
In each prior attempt, the moment of enlightenment when the student first activated a side reel style that student's anima fatally collapsed into an elemental aspect into a raw Gaian essence, exploding into a burst of power as a one-time environmental hazard upon everything in a mile radius, with damage, student's essence times 10 lethal, and trauma. Basically a magical nuke.
By the way, the rules of Exalted do not make this guy special, so...
If you want to have him become the first to master it, sure.
But it's not likely to happen. Although, then again, if we're going with like anime logic... Okay, hear me out. If we're going with anime logic, this would be equivalent to Goku surviving the Devil Might Ray. Which is a weapon, which is a technique that uses your inner selfishness and evil to turn against you, and it will either incapacitate or kill you. Goku is the only person that has been hit by that technique and not been affected at all.
They literally say
this might be
his ascension will evolve the Dragon Blood race into creation's saviors.
If you want to go with that, if you want to skip all of the Solar Exalted bullshit, yeah, have this guy succeed.
But next
go
up,
for it.
No, Nicholas. I like the idea that you punch someone into a dick. You've always been a penis.
You have always been a penis. Truly, the most impressive power is you just turn people into giant dildos.
And then have random influencers on YouTube show them off for clicks.
Next up, Vitalia Prospera or Proseria.
Kind of reminds me of Cloak, only if Cloak was Dagger.
Yes.
Basically, Spy Master.
Motivation to establish the Sea of Mind as a self-sustaining reality and rule over it forever, leaving all other realms of existence mere shadows.
She is interesting.
Basically, God delusions.
Then
this guy is great though.
Sinus de Nova Avaku of Ways.
How Sinus are known as the fucking debauched motherfuckers. This is not that. He's a child of poverty. So he's trying to change the entire house into something else.
Huh. I just realized what this dude armor reminds me of. What's the name of that anime? I forget the name. They like had elemental samurai armor grow on them. shit.
Kamen Rider.
No, it was an anime. It was not with live action. Was
I
it
mean,
like
that does look like a tokusatsu outfit.
It does, doesn't it?
was it Samurai Warriors, Ronin Warriors? It was something like that. But like
He's also happily. I want to
Please.
say this. He is happily married, and unfortunately, he's married to a mortal, and it is basically actual love, despite being arranged. And he's dreading the day that she's going to die.
well, I mean, hey, think about it like this. The only ones that seem to have parent issues are Solars. Lunars just seem to be unfortunate in that they are created by Gooners.
They're
Yeah,
furries.
Ronin Warriors. That's what it was, Ossel. That's what I was thinking of, Ronin Warriors. That's what the armor kind of reminds me of.
Yeah. This guy's pretty. Again, I like this guy. He's pretty baller.
Art's
Then
very strong,
next up,
independent comic that you'd find online.
Yeah.
next up, Carl
Linway.
Linway. She is, she commanded the first field force at the tender age of 72. She's a hag, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, remember, we're going with all of these infinite ages so that you don't get arrested by you don't. Hey,
Listen, officer, she was totally 300 years old.
No, have a seat. Have a seat. You're on Dateline Predator. Name's Chris Hansen. Have a seat. So
Actually, wouldn't she be? Wouldn't in this case? Wouldn't she be on the?
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
So
she's the one.
Here.
He was only 35. You sick fuck.
So is there a particular reason
as we
you
saw in the
decided to? Well, remember the crazy owl chick. So you've decided to romance a 20-year-old boy, even though you're 3,000 years old. I'm not trying to intrude on your age.
You said you wanted to see me bring out my wuxia battle axe and thrust it into your calming dark descent.
You
Your
left him.
calming dark descent technique.
You left him gizzard pellets in the shape of a heart on his bed, along with the remains of some person.
Did you mean this? Did you write this? The
Right.
Cyrils come out.
So,
the Cyrils come
Fire
out. Police.
Remember Fire Orchid from way, way, way back?
Yeah.
Yeah, her task is to find them and bring them back to Look Shy.
Oh, that's her daughter.
Yep.
Ah.
Oh, that's not good. Because remember, they believe that these Solars are demons.
Yep.
The problem would be grooming. No, the problem is she's literally going to try to kill him and wear his skin because she's Yandere coded.
Well, next up, though, is Cessus Rafara, recalcitrant master spy.
Also wearing spandex.
Yeah, but hey, the artist was told draw a spy chick, and they drew a spy chick.
Yeah. See,
I like the choice of bandoliers to hide what would have been clearly nipples, like clearly perked nipples.
Yeah.
Someone had to revise that one onto them.
Let's see. When she was out at sea, her mother drew a knife across the cheek of both of her doting nannies before pushing them overboard, and then marked her daughter's own cheek when the young girl's rage exalted her. She landed one solid hit before her mother knocked her unconscious.
After that, her family sold her to the House Cessus. Yep. All right. Edgy. Anyway, next one.
Palpus Armida, Admiral of the Navy.
On her face.
By the
This
way,
is so hard to carry out.
This weapon is so impractical. It's so fucking heavy. Holy fucking shit.
It is the Black Jade Reaper Diclave.
What the fuck? She's making the fucking.
She's making Adam's expression when he was first reading this book.
No. If you want to know what my expression was, it's the brother.
Let's see.
Next
guy is
the next guy is actually
Slime Marbo's expression.
This dude. I love
She's
this dude.
Sly Marbo, captain of the Navy. But the next guy is Pelpus Deled, the righteous zealot.
Oh,
This is
man.
one of my favorite dragon-blooded
He's also
characters
screaming.
because he is Fister McFisterson,
He's got
and his
fucking
entire
Wolverine
purpose is
claws.
if you are not a dragon-blooded and exalted, I will kill you. You should not exist. Die,
He is-
monster. There is
he
no
is-
room for
yeah.
things
He
such
has
as you in the world.
Wolverine claws.
He personally
Yes.
grills every new recruit on the Immaculate Text before testing their martial arts training, and fatal accidents are common among those who offend Deled with some gross misstatement of canon.
Let me just do a quick
Yeah.
check on the. Okay, the stick is actually okay. I've screwed that up a lot myself.
Of course, where Deland is concerned, differing interpretations might mean disagreement over a point so obscure as to be unintelligible to others.
Basically, this dude is picking for people to kill and or rebuke
Yeah.
for being wrong.
As I said, this is basically the Inquisitor from Berserk.
Actually,
He
no,
is
I
the
realized
self-righteous prick.
this would be an interesting serial killer, like a door-to-door, Jehovah's
A
Witness,
door-to-door
or some
Bible salesman that if
Bible
you
salesman.
speak,
He's like, "I'm gonna give you the good word, bitch," and just chokes him to death.
Freddy Krueger if he was a Bible salesman.
Next up, though, is Tassiro Gidu.
Deresugido,
One of the leaders of Shohai.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, okay.
this.
So we're going with this is a traditional warrior monk. Okay, I can go with this.
Sorcerer priest.
Yep. Then a Rhaegar Bogwe, who is remember that one magic school I was talking about? That's the heptagram.
All right.
And that's him. And
That's the expression of a man who realized his mother was actually a chimp, like a shaved chimp. Wait, I'm actually half ape. What?
The next one is
This is
shitty
the
art.
expression of a man who realized that his daughter's dating a goat boy Lunar. What? Bruh!
Son, you should know better than that. You are dating a white woman.
This is the expression of a man who realized his line ends with him. It's just the expression on his face.
It's like that one. It's a one. You know the dude. He does the parody comics where it's like the black guy and the white girl come home, and there's the white guy, and he's what? Why did you bring that thing into our house? And then it cuts over, and it shows that he's married a black woman, and it's his son. She's like, we don't date those white women, as she's eyeing up the family dog.
It's the expression on the face.
It's that expression.
And then, speaking of white woman, Lieutenant Risa.
This is the whitest of white women.
And then finally, the Rose Black.
The best part is her
The Rose
legs
Black.
are abnormally long, and she has clown
Oh, wait, no,
feet.
I did like this. She was born on the battlefield. Considered of 2 high-ranking officers serving on the front lines. Her mother refused to surrender command just because of the inconvenience of nursing an infant while on maneuver. And clever smiths jury-rigged her breastplate to accommodate a tiny suckling infant.
So what you're saying is this is one of the first examples of the weird obsession that modern entertainment has with having heavily pregnant women on the battlefield?
No, this is just an example of like how fucking hardcore.
No, like that's a thing though. That's been something they've been doing more and more, and it's really fucking stupid. At least with here, it's done for a rule of edge, you know.
It's not really rule of edge. It's just an example of like how step
hardcore.
it really is. This is how hardcore they are.
Like here, here it's like played up. Others
right.
do
Also,
it seriously.
The general who would be Shogun, best quote of all time. Well, I hadn't planned on committing treason today, but here we are.
If Boss from Metal Gear Solid did, I thought it was stupid there too, dude.
Listen.
Well, no, it wasn't that she fought on it. It's that she did the fucking cesarean section while on the battlefield.
That was pretty dumb too. I'm not gonna lie.
It's Kojima.
Yeah, there's a reason why after Metal Gear Solid he kind of made what was it, Death Standing, and that was amazing, wasn't it?
Death Standing is one of the games of all time.
It is the game of all time.
If you are a fan of Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus, all power to you, buddy. Like I don't know what you see in this man, but I understand that there is a cameo from Pecora from Hololive in the second game.
Speaking of which,
Yes.
her army is called the Red Piss Legion.
Because it was shit. It was that bad. She had to whip it back into shape.
Red Piss Legion.
Yeah.
The character kind of reminds me of what's her name, Rose from Legend of Dragoon, a little bit.
Yep. There's definitely that inspiration.
True, because she doesn't become a giant black monster that kills everything.
But then next,
Well,
Oh, that bad, huh?
well, no. Let me talk about it like this. There's some talks about the end of the Exalted setting in second edition. There's some books that talk about like where the Scarlet
ooh,
Empress
yeah,
go, all this other
yeah.
stuff.
It-
Jabba's kind of in the middle of that. There's the Even Dragon getting involved. There's a lot of things that could
Listen,
happen.
If you think the end of Warhammer Fantasy was controversial,
Oh
it
no.
kind of has maybe
Exalted
about the
to
same or
me,
nothing on Exalted.
no, like Exalted was more of like, oh, that's an explanation and it's really stupid. We're just going to ignore that for the third edition.
Don't blame him.
The next up are Edgy Boys.
Our edge lords. Who's a good little edge lord? Yes,
like this-
you are.
I like this
Yes, you are.
freak. She's still alive. I left the inn for you, so you didn't feel completely useless.
Completely useless.
It's just as well. She's a lunar. Master will want her in the machine. True, you get her to the physician. Where are you going? To catch up with the disciple and Typhon.
Who'd have
Well,
thought
where
that
were
having
they?
the lunar, they're keeping the
They're-
lunar just because they want to do the stupid. Oh god.
They're
You know
hunting
why.
Night Warden. So, these are solar exaltations corrupted by Death Lords.
Namely,
Death Lord?
the Even Dragon.
First, the Maiden of the Mirthless Smile.
That's a Soul Calibur
Covering her
character.
ass with a giant sword with a ribcage
That's an
attached to
actual
it.
Soul Calibur character. What the fuck?
Yeah.
As soon as she could walk, her parents began to find small animals she had captured and toyed with, often so lie with various organs half removed. Then her brother went
missing.
It wasn't the anatomy that interested her. She wasn't fascinated by how things worked, just by pain. She wanted to feel. I have a massive homicidal urge.
As I said, edge. This is the edgy group.
I mean, here's the sad thing, that this isn't exactly off from standard serial killer patterns.
And then one night, she butchered her entire family. Her mother was the last to die with a look of astonished horror on her face that made the maiden giggle to this day.
Okay.
She assertively
you can emphasize it all you want, but if you try too hard, it kind of ruins the effect.
Edge.
Her soul steel grand diaclave is the ironic jest.
Are you sure the person who didn't create this character also isn't prone to making like fish milks? Because this feels like a lol random character.
I mean, yeah, it's a fucking Abyssal Exalted. What are you expecting?
Then we have the falling wolf of the cutting. Wait, the falling wolf of the cutting sea, who doesn't like to serve beneath the Death Lord, but he has to.
I don't really have anything to say about this guy. He looks like he'd be in House of the Dragon.
The next one is is definitely from a fucking porn comic.
The Lady of Darkness in bloodstained robes.
They actually commissioned the same artist for the fucking cat chick. What the shit?
Yep.
The whore known as Rose Petals Parted spent her short, brutish life wavering between a trashy concubine and a street harlot, depending on whether her latest high society patron had grown tired of her for whining and paling ignorance to throw her out. From her dizzying array of clientele, she gradually accumulated an impressive collection of sexually transmitted diseases that left her dying of fever and festering with sores until the other prostitutes who worked her street dumped her quivering body into the sewer to get rid of the smell.
Is this one of Phil's fetishes?
This is someone's fetish. I think.
This is a black. This is the story for a black spiral dancer,
No, this is
Yeah.
basic Guro. Like, okay,
or a Nafandi.
basic Guro. I get it. Uh-huh.
So yeah, she's a prostitute murderer.
Also, apparently,
But-
they are legally distinct from Infernals, who are corrupted by
Yeah.
hell. Abyssal seek to end all things because their bosses are clogging up the underworld.
Her motivation: seduce all who believe themselves virtuous. The lady's artifact rating refers to the thousandfold obscenity gown, her signature raiment. It's an indecent dress of deep crimson that flows and ripples to subtly accentuate its wearer's sex appeal while worn and attuned for 6 motes. This makes its wearer seduction-based social attacks against characters with tempers 3 or less into unnatural influence, costing at least 2 willpower points to resist. It can also reflexively bleed mouthfuls of delicious charnel ichor from its folds for a cost of 1 mote per dose.
Well, we know that the person who wrote this character has a free bleed fetish, that he
Which
likes to
can
eat them out when they have a period.
which can be consumed or transferred via 5 minutes of bodily contact to instantly build an intimacy of lustful worship to the wearer. That is also a mystic poison, inflicting 3 lethal unsoakable damage levels when the intimacy ends.
This is more stupid than This is more stupid than the mermaid milk giving you fucking water
Literally
breathing
bleeds.
powers.
She bleeds into her clothing, has someone eat it, and then they fall in love with her.
So what you're saying is the person who wrote this also has a tampon eating habit. Got it.
Listen, Abyssals are my least favorite group of Exalted.
Yeah, this kind of sucks. Not gonna lie.
No, look at next.
They're just edgy for the sake of being edgy.
Look at
It gets boring.
Behold,
Corvus, Conrad, Shadow, Cruz, Ebony, Darkness.
I was actually going to say the unholy love child between Corvus, Corax, and Conrad Curse.
This is their
The-
mistakes and the miracles moment.
Prince of Shadows. As you wish, mistress.
No, you've got to say it right. As you wish.
Oh, hey,
mistress.
Nephrax, I remember that thing. That's like a term for a type of shadow, isn't it? Spectre.
Yeah. Like, are you expecting anything like deep out of this?
I'm just as I'm looking at him, I am hearing Shadow the Hedgehog's theme song. Eliminating everything that's not your
hold on.
friend.
Hold on, I'm bringing that up. Just for this stream.
Just blast it through the mic. It's fine.
Here you go, Adam.
Just blast it through unless you want me to.
I need you to, because this has to be on your search history as well as mine.
Okay. Let's have, I guess we're having some accompanying musical talent for this fucking one. Okay. Okay, let's blast this let's use some blast processing, you know.
Well, no, lower it a bit. We're gonna have to read through this as the song's playing.
I'll put it on loop
Oh wait,
as well.
no, that's not the right one. That's his overall theme, not the title theme from Shadow the Hedgehog. Here it is.
All right, good thing you caught yourself before oh, okay. I know what you're going for. Okay, I know what you're going for. Let me put it on maximum quiet. Maximum quietus. No. Don't play. We need this to be perfect. There we go.
Or is that the intro? That is not the intro theme, I think. Is it?
It doesn't matter. I'm playing it.
It doesn't
now.
fucking matter. We're playing this anyway. I think this is the opening theme, though.
All right.
Yeah, it is.
There we go. That's perfect. Okay, let's go back to the Prince of Shadows.
Mamokutaki Kalanik had no hope of greatness in life. the third child of a family of black ash gatherers. His birth was a miracle, if an unwanted one, as with all births near the Black Chase. Since death has permitted him to be, his family sold him back to it.
Ow,
He learned,
the edge.
Yeah, he learned that life was cheap. His life, a king's life. Butchers and saints and grand schemers all came to dust and rot in the end. To drive home the point, Providence saw fit to afflict him with a fever when he stood a silent vigil his masters wouldn't let him escape.
I wrote fanfiction better than this when I was a teenager.
But that was not the end. In the moments his death was certain, the lover clad in the raiment of tears came upon him as a whispered obscenity to tickle his loins and draw cold fingernails across his soul.
Let me
At the
just double
fortress
check
of crimson
because-
ice.
Let me just double check something because YouTube has a bad habit of... Okay, good. I was worried that it might have accidentally set up a music list. For those wondering, YouTube has this magical ability of putting YouTube lists on nowadays. And that has an amazing ability of just putting stuff that you put on your stuff on there. So, if you didn't want to hear my musical selection, it's just, you know.
That's it. The
Quality.
first compliment he received for his toils and absolute obedience was when the lover finally called him her Prince of Shadows and kissed him full on the lips, feeding him a gasping exhalation of stolen souls that endowed him with a taste of her power.
By the way, Private
Motivate-
Penguin,
yeah.
You're not going to be able to find him. I made a point to delete DFE. I fucking DFE'd that shit the moment I turned into a full adult.
Motivation: teach all that exists to suffer like the never-born.
Honestly, the shadow music is really helping for this section. I put that on loop for a reason.
The
I
seven-degreed
mean, it's so
physician of black maladies.
Yeah, Jesus, this is like one of the longer ones too. So you know whoever wrote this was really fucking proud of it.
Oh,
God
100%.
God
Invent a war. His motivation: invent a war machine to end the Second Age.
Also, there's other notes for this son of a bitch. By the way,
Yep.
I guess the symbols in the background determine how evil they are. I don't know.
It's
It's
the cast symbol.
the same thing like in every World of Darkness.
Yeah, but
Exalted
theirs I
thing.
think is like based on how shadowed it is.
Yeah, because they're the opposite of solars. So they have the solar stuff, but it's dripping blood because they're evil.
The next, though,
Oh.
the discipline of the seven forbidden wisdoms. AKA the 7 words are not allowed to say on television.
That's just Morgo from fucking Doctor Strange, like the original depiction of him. Wait a minute, no, it's the Birdman villain. It's one of the Birdman villains from the horrible Hanna-Barbera cartoon, and by horrible I mean the hit one. That's the Birdman guy. I'm just gonna keep that shadow song blasting throughout this whole section. I'll change it up with one of the other shadow songs that Tech linked me.
Typhon, the wink of the storm's eye.
Oh, we skipping Mr. Birdman villain?
I just...
Oh, look, it's
He's
Drow. It's Drizzt, but evil. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Working
this
the,
guy?
this is just Drizzt, but bad. Bad guy Drizzt. Cool.
This guy, this Typhon guy, looks like he's summoned swarms of rats. Motivation: savor what must soon perish.
He serves the Mask of Winters, who rules the City of Thorns, blah, 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 blah.
Then next, the Falling Tears poet.
Poet, the unrequited lover. Look at this dude. He's summoned a succubus and everything.
Yes, his lover remains important. She blew into his life one day.
By the way, fun fact, there's a bit of a Janet Jackson slip down there. So,
Oh, yep.
don't know if anyone saw that, but we'll just say that
By the way,
was
he
a
hates
bubble.
everything.
Look at the
He's
expression
motivated.
on this fucker's face. Like,
Yeah.
like it's haters gonna hate. I could summon a living Dakimakura whenever I want.
But he hates
Let's
it. He hates
Yeah.
all of this because he's like, his body is still fucked up, Everything is there. He is a sorcerer beyond all others. However, he hates the Mask of Winters, an absurd character or villain that unworthy of the vast power uplifting him. He even disdains the Neverborn, confused ghosts they are, unappreciative and uncomprehending of the majestic nullity that awaits them, if only they could bring themselves to truly embrace it. Most of all, he hates the tiny voice of conscience that critically evaluates his every atrocity. It speaks in the voice of his old lover.
His motivation: eulogize creation on the last day.
The edge of this motherfucker.
Next guy, meticulous owl, endless face spite, the lion's left hand.
Is this just Judge? No, it kind of reminds me of a Judge Dredd villain, though. Kind of has a little bit of Judge Death in him, but like he's not all teeth.
Motivation: tell a story with a perfect ending.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
let's
there's
see.
nothing to this. It's just like here he is.
Oh, look! Rule 34, not apothecary. Rule 34 character from Darkest Dungeon.
Yes, the Plague Doctor.
Plague Doctor. Yes. Weeping ration or
Oh
Rayton
no, the Plague
aside.
Doctor is tradition. From what I understand, I think the Plague Doctor is traditionally a woman in Darkest Dungeon.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, she is a woman. Yeah. She might be a Death Lord. We don't know.
Boring.
Yeah, there's not much to say about. Like the Abyssals just kind of suck.
And that's the Abyssals left. Now,
Up the Infernals, which are the devil
Infernals.
ones.
and we start
Infernals
off
are
with
actually more fun than Abyssals.
Since we
Sexy Nun.
Before we do, let me just kind of. The Abyssals are done. I can get rid of the Shadow the Hedgehog. I know it was great.
Just remember,
Shadow's
all
amazing.
hail Shadow.
Shadow's great, but let's give these guys a little more dignity than Shadow the Hedgehog. You know, as much as we can.
The chosen of the Yozis are new and dangerous enemies of creation. Now these green sun princes are tasked with traveling from the demon city into creation to transform it into a hell on earth.
By the way, not Nito, do not joke about the Plague Doctor flaw horny, because that is a flaw you can get on a Plague Doctor if you go on a deep enough dungeon delve. So here's the Savage Barbarian who he's too angry to die.
Look how big that fucking axe is.
I know, right?
I like him. I like his style.
No.
He has some nice
It's
drip.
got a hammer on the other end of it. See?
No, it is a tainted Orichalcum Grimcleaver known as Hatebringer, and the Hungry Shield known as Raw Mage, or Raw Rage Maw.
Again, great names, actually.
Any of them, yeah.
By the way, he's
We have
Estonian.
Sexy Nun.
He's Estonian. Because he's from Tallinn. That's an Estonian city. Anyway, here's Sexnon.
Sulamore. As one of the Dune people, raised in the harshest environment of creation.
They taught her the ways
Again,
of her people, to be surrounded by weird screaming bug things.
Because she's a sorceress, she has Death of the Obsidian Wasps as a spell. It's a really nasty fucking spell. I can attest to that one.
Let's see.
Those
She
are what
wants,
those are.
and she wants to unite the scattered tribes of the Dune people, most likely to be Lisan El Gaib.
Lisan al-Gaib.
Bitter Copal.
He looks like a JoJo stand.
The Infernal Artificer.
That's a JoJo
He looks like
stand.
No, he looks more like a Marvel villain. I'm going Spider-Man.
No, he's not a Spider-Man villain.
The the mechanical magical mummy.
This feels like, okay, hear me out. 1964 villain for Journey into Mystery Thor. Like the immortal mechanist, and he like arises from a sarcophagus covered in like runic glyphs. Not even Thor can defeat me now.
Oh, and then they retcon him to be a servant of God, who's the time traveling villain?
Galactus?
No, time traveling one.
Which version of him? Do you want Immortus? Do you want Ramatat? Do you want
no, Ramatat? That's what it was.
Or Kang the Conqueror?
I was trying to get the name Kang, but his Ramatat. This was a servant of Ramatat.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, actually, no, you're not wrong. I could see this like this was a Jack Kirby drawn villain, or like a Steve Ditko or a Don Heck drawn. Like he fought Thor, and you don't see him again for like 20 years until they reboot him to be a lot edgier. Like you see him
Yeah,
twice
great
in the
design, though.
60s.
Great
I like
design, though.
this. I like this comment from Nicholas. Infernals have things like an 8-foot tall giant burning with a green nuclear fire dancing through a burning building stealthily because they killed everyone there.
I know, they're much more fun than the Abyssals.
Oh,
Because the
okay. So
Abyssals
we're
are
going
like,
with like Immortal Hulk.
edgy.
So we're going with more like an Immortal Hulk thing where they have the
Yeah.
fire from the from
The
below.
green fire of hell.
Well, it's not from
like
hell;
all
it's
that.
from below, because
Right.
basically in Marvel's cosmology, Gamma has 3 traits: as a particle, as a light wave, and the third one, which gives you your powers, which is the destructive power of he who rests below. And
Yeah.
that's why they come back from the dead, because the green door is an access point from the lowest place, below even hell.
Right. That's these guys. Congratulations. You can definitely
I can
now
play
your
Immortal
Marvel.
Hulk with this. Okay, I see
Yeah,
where
But
we're
then
going
you
with
can.
this.
Well, no, we can't. We can also play Immortal Hulk. But we also play as Captain Harlock,
Yes.
or
As
in
I
this
said,
case,
I love Infernals a lot more
Yeah.
than Abyssals.
Yeah, this is
Abyssals are
more
just
creative.
however, we probably will have to avoid the book because the introductory comic is a bit
yeah.
Pornographic.
Demoncubla-esque.
It'd be an 18+ stream. But yeah, this is
He
the
was
Sky Pirate.
Yeah.
Why does he have leprechaun shoes?
Yes, he is. He is a sky pirate.
Why does he
Yes,
have
he is a sky
leprechaun
pirate.
shoes?
Because he's a sky pirate, and sky pirates have leprechaun shoes.
Ah.
Don't ask questions.
Wait, did he add a screwdriver head to his pistol?
I would not be surprised
No,
if he
that's a
did.
screwdriver head. Is it so he can stab people with it if they get too
No, it's so he
close?
can twist the screws.
I think it's probably to put a bayonet in.
Oh, it's a bayonet
it's so
lug.
he can twist the screws when he
Yeah.
when he robs you. You know, I'm putting the screws to ye.
And then he actually
But then-
does with wood screws.
Then he actually does.
Let's see. Next up is our geisha, Manoski Sayan,
I'm surprised it took him this long to get a geisha going.
pussy galore.
She's not really. She's just
She has a bit of the look, though.
she's just a political manipulator.
Which geisha, if they're particularly well trained or get the right client, can easily become.
And then next,
Up next are the Alchemicals, who are the chosen of
Robots.
Alcathon. They are robot men.
Speaking of which, I think the porn artist has come back for another round. At least for
Like-
that comic.
any, you want your Astro Boy, you want was it the Nick
I
Nick
want
Logan show,
Iron
the Teenage
Man.
Robot?
Well, it opens
Iron
up
Man.
with Cable, essentially. Well, half Iron Man, half Cable.
Fair-spoken Rishi. Which I believe actually these Exalts, as they get older, they just turn to giant cities.
Yeah,
They turn more mechanical.
They're pretty cool. Alchemicals are pretty cool. I
How did
love
they
some
form?
of the names that they have for them.
How do they well they created
Okay.
by Autochthonia. You know that Autochthonia? The
I
one in
don't
World
know
of
that one.
Darkness.
I don't remember that one at all.
Yeah, the Horizon Realm. For the Iteration X.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are basically Prometheans before Promethean.
Okay. I don't like him as much.
Who knows? Maybe one of them was the God Machine.
I think they tried to hint at that. Peripheral Essence,
And-
69.
Nice.
The next one's really great, though. Excessively righteous blossom. I love the quote. The quote is great.
I find your lack of
Your
faith in the great maker.
Great maker disturbing.
Now that's a Common Rider character right here. Also,
Tension.
the pivot in the hip. It's a good thing that this is a robot, or else that would not make sense.
Well, they're about to do like a big like Beyblade swing, you know?
Let's see. He's Pat. Let's see. He was once a lector whose sermons kept our congregation morale up to one of the worst resource shortages in Jarish history. A populate foreman who was crushed by an attacking gremlin in a hydraulic press.
I love
He's
this.
passed through all these lives.
Yeah. Storm Whip of Industry, the people's hero. Strive harder, comrades. I will show you how. I love this dude.
He has pile driver arms, which I also like.
Yeah, he's got like a pile driver arm. He is the champion of the people.
And then we have
so alchemicals can
He
choose their
even
power
uses-
based on their upgrades. Neat.
Yes, he even has red jade armor. Just in case you didn't.
Vayo
get the-
Shurasi.
Like when Exalted goes for the really cheesy stuff like this is when it really starts to shine.
He can soak 13.
I will
Yeah,
note the
that's lethal.
alchemicals. I will say that the alchemicals kind of are the most hardcore in terms of mimicking comic book heroes.
Yes.
Because, yeah, they can kind of do that. Case in point,
Well, no, it's because they're inspired most by them, since the first
this
example
young robot Jedi woman, Lisam avid engineer.
That's some Oban Star Racers looking shit. With a little bit of lightsaber.
They have a
thrown in.
lightsaber thing.
And they got that little, like, hat with the goggles on them.
What was the
Lyoko
fucking
looking ass?
No, Outlaw Star? Was
Outlaw Star, thank you. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah.
I love this one. It's such a clever design.
It feels like a character Dave Filoni would hijack and make terrible, but he would refuse to let them die, no matter how often he blows them up.
By the way, up next, Atom Smasher.
Behave.
I mean, look at you cannot tell me that this is not Atom Smasher from Cyberpunk 2077.
No, this is the Dread AI.
It's half Atom Smasher, half robot Judge Dredd.
Oh, no, this is Judge Dredd if he became RoboCop.
He is a robot. He is
and
a
then we have
judge.
tits.
He
So
is a
we should probably-
robot judge. Guarding
And then we have
Mega
Tits.
City 1.
And then we have Tits McGee, and so we're gonna have to skip that art.
By the way, reminder that
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I'm
That's a
gonna
robot.
I'm gonna do a fancy
Robot tits.
I'm gonna do a fancy because I don't know if I can skip because we're so close to the end of this book. So instead,
Just change the page.
jump scare people, then skip, then jump scare. There we go. Yeah, she was
And the
completely
last
fucking
section-
naked.
And the last section is just some extra charms.
By the way, she was completely naked. If you're wondering, she looks like. I think what happened was someone really wanted to see Livewire from Superman animated naked, so they got an artist to commission that.
Yeah, she's like her objective is to become the ultimate martial artist.
By being naked.
Naked?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
Armor?
like that was like the previous Edgelord and Abyssal man who can summon a harem of demons and just sits there like going, "I'm bored." That was just a little bit of tasteful nip slip. That was pretty blatant.
Yeah. Welcome to Exalted, where there is in fact the scroll of swallowed darkness.
Also, I am looking at that image. I believe she just bent her spine in half.
She's a robot. It'll be fine. She was designed to have that so that I'm gonna stop right there.
Oh, wait, no. That's why she's naked. She can breathe through her skin. That's why she's naked.
Ah. So she's quiet from Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain.
Yes.
Insert Bazooka Joe joke and breath holding joke here.
But then finally, you get charms such as Wound Eating Invulnerability, Shambling Crew Enlightenment, Voiceless Admiralty Dread, Smoldering Devastation Technique, Hardening Argument Pattern, and Alsuth's omniscience.
I kind of like that at the end they just decided to throw a few new charms in here, and this was all they could come up with.
Yep.
And I like that the one that got the most is the one that you, and honestly, I think everyone here disliked the most. Fuck the Abyssals,
The
man.
Abyssals get a bunch, yeah.
Fuck the Abyssals, man.
But yeah, that's second edition.
That's the first taste I ever had of Exalted, and, you know, when we started, I kind of went into this going,
This is gonna suck.
no,
Was
this
your
was going
basic-
to be entertainingly bad. And there's a lot of entertainingly bad stuff in it. Let's be fair, there is a lot of stuff like the Lunars made me laugh a lot. Because of the way they're handled in second edition, it's fucking comical. It is hilarious. But as we went on, and I realized that more and more this is supposed to just be hardcore anime the game. The only thing I will say is I don't give a rotten shit for the setting at all. The setting is completely uninteresting to me. But at the very least, it allows me to do what I do with Chronicles of Darkness, which is to rip apart its corpse while screaming like an Abyssal would, and then just kind of use the parts I like to do the thing I want to do. Mechanically, I'd have to actually look at the core to get a better grip on whether or not I think it's worth it. It might be a bit too fiddly just because of the extra weird dice stuff and the way you have to chart all your charms. But it ain't bad. I'm going to say this book, it made me laugh quite a bit, so I don't know. Decent, maybe?
It's got some stuff that's enjoyable.
I mean, I appreciate it for...
It's
I don't
a
think
decent
gonzo's the right
why-so.
word,
It makes me
but
laugh.
just the bizarreness of its world. It's kind of like Riffs or Glorantha in that way. It is... It does take its setting, I guess, seriously, as in, like, it's not just simply played for laughs, but it is weird.
Oh, this was all serious. That makes it even funnier. I'm gonna say this is a low decent why-so. Because it is entertainingly dumb. The Abyssals are dumbly edgy. It has a cat girl with a fucking bikini top butt strap so that they could have their tail pop out of it. That's the thing I'm going to remember is the fact that they designed a specific piece of skimpy, like, bikini style wrap just to hide the ass cheeks of the cat girl. I'm sorry, that's just so fucking goofy.
I mean, do remember, we do live in a world in which we decided to make fake cod pieces for our medieval knights so that it looked like they had bigger dicks.
That's also fucking hilarious. But it also has the Yandere owl woman who wants to just fucking abduct that solar kid. That's pretty goddamn awful. Yeah, like I'd say, I think it's entertainingly bad in a lot of respects, but also, like, the vibe that I'm getting, I could see having fun with it in the, okay, I'm gonna make my anime shitpost run. So, I don't know if I can rate it. Would it be more playable, but like as a why so kind of way? Why so, if you're wondering for those, it is so bad it's entertaining. This achieves Chim in terms of being goofy. They have a Snake Eyes
that's sort of
wannabe.
the nature of Exalted. Like, it can be very serious if you want to play it very serious. Otherwise, it's like, hey guys, do you just want to play a game where we go and beat up demon shit that comes from, like, the underground and we have to, like, fight an evil empire and shit?
The problem is,
yeah, sure.
The problem is I don't think you can actually run a serious game straight up with second edition, not with the characters we just fucking read.
I will say that.
That's what you bring for third edition, where you can have such things as your literal isekai heroes, random gods giving people powers, such as one guy who won it in a game of chance.
So what you're saying is this is just Rifts, but for World of Darkness.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, that would explain why the player base is so interesting. By the way, before we go, there is one question that Nicholas Liu has. Did you mention the dinosaurs that piss heroin? What does that mean?
Oh my god, I forgot about the dinosaurs that piss heroin. Okay. All right. Okay. So you have to understand that Exalted setting is fucking wild. As in, like, if you can
yeah.
think of something gonzo, it's probably in there. So the heroin pissing dinosaurs are an actual species of dinosaurs engineered by a solar exalted way back when, because what he wanted was a natural way to produce things like pain medications for people. So the bodily fluids of these dinosaurs that he bioengineered could be drawn out of them and would be pure, refined, whatever healing drugs and concoctions you needed based on what they were eating. Fast forward 2,000 years. Someone finds the island of the medical dinosaurs. They realize that they are pissing straight uncut heroin because of what they've been eating for the last 2,000 years. There are unironic drug wars fought over these fucking dinosaurs because they piss pure uncut heroin.
And you know what I've realized from this? All three settings, Glorantha, Rifts, and Exalted, have
Don't put
crazy
Glorantha
fucked
on
up
there.
dinosaurs. No. In the game setting with crazy fucked up dinosaurs, I guess we could include Warhammer Fantasy with that as well. We've got
I don't think you
the
can get
heroin
more crazy
pissers.
fucked up dinosaurs than heroin pissing
You're right.
brontosauruses.
Did the
There
person
are
who
the
wrote that was the person who wrote that the one who's like, by the way, if you suckle on a mermaid's tits, you can breathe underwater? Did they come up with that one too?
Well, it was any bodily fluid. It's just the easiest to collect is the fucking piss.
not sweat.
Because, like, sweat. How are you gonna mop up a dinosaur's sweat?
You're right.
Be real with me here. If you have the option between, like, I can just put a bucket under a dinosaur when it needs to piss versus I have to get up there and sponge a dinosaur off, I'm just getting the piss bucket.
Well, I don't know, man. Okay, hear me out. Okay, hear me out. Here's my new horrible lunar character idea. He's a Dynasty's heroin pissing dinosaur shifter. He turns into a Compsognathus. He turns into a little chicken dinosaur that pisses heroin.
No. Wait. No, you use them for warfare. You cage up a bunch of pterodactyls.
Yeah,
You feed them with a bunch of water, and then you slam them over the enemy. They'll be too high to fight you.
No. What you do is you change the pterodactyl's diet so that it starts pissing LSD, and then you just let them go.
No, meth.
The meth dinosaurs.
Oh, no, wait, no. Bath salts.
Again, Exalted is full of silly, stupid stuff like that. It is a gonzo setting, and like you can play it serious. You can play it with like serious characters, which I think is what you need to do. Is you need to try to make your characters as serious as possible, and then introduce the shit like, yeah, there's the god of like, I don't know, bad sports betting, and you need to beat the shit of him for not paying his money back. Like,
Just have
it's
Moon Knight
ridiculous.
appear, and it's like, where are you, Dracula? I know you fucking escaped to this another dimension to avoid the debts you owe me.
I mean, yeah, basically.
It's so stupid.
I know, and
This is
that's
a
why
why
I
so.
kind of love it.
This is a why so.
It's this brilliantly stupid setting because there's aspects of it that are really genuinely well thought out, and then you get the dinosaurs pissing heroin.
I'd have to actually look at the cosmology to know if it was written well, because we only kind of looked at the character selection, and some were interesting, a lot were.
Again,
Fisherboy's
second
right.
edition really likes to lean on the edge for edge's sake.
Fisherboy might be right. Reptiles don't sweat. That'd be right. Yeah, they're.
But
So if
what
they
about
don't
birds?
sweat,
What about birds?
all right,
Well, they don't.
A
They
lot
don't
of
exist.
a lot of
making-
theropods were bird-like.
yes, but we don't think that they sweat either because they would have anyway. Point being that you could try to sponge off dinosaur sweat.
If you can get a dinosaur to cry.
You have to show a dinosaur all those sad Laura McLaughlin commercials from the early 2000s. You know the ones. In the arms of
of
angel. You know the ones, yeah.
Okay,
You have to show them.
hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. This is my new idea for a one-shot in Exalted. You guys can take, anyone in chat could take this if they want to run Exalted. You have to stop the Abyssal, who has gone full 80s cartoon supervillain, and he has captured a bunch of heroin dinosaurs, have trained them to eat the plants that make them produce instead something like meth or high explosives, and is making them cry by watching sad videos. And you have to
No,
stop this
wait.
fiend.
We have to stop Snowflame.
You could, yeah. Just have him be
Snowflame
an
and his
abyssal.
cartel that controls the distribution of dinosaur
Well, no, he
piss
wouldn't be
across.
an abyssal. He'd be a dragon-blooded. He's fire elemental dragon-blooded, gaining his power through cocaine.
All right.
Yeah, just do new Guardians, but not shit.
I mean, again, like you can totally run Exalted as just it's a superhero game where you're not doing like you
Well,
don't have
no,
to wear spandex.
fuck no, you're not superheroes. You are the dark age of comics era superheroes, where some of the dumbest fucking shit happens in comics during this time. You're not in the Chris Claremont era, my friend. You're in the Magneto and Rogue are fucking underneath the Savage Lands level. That's where you are right now. That's
I
where
thought you were
Exalted
about
is.
to say that we were at the Black Manta's autism cure
No,
level.
we're in Black Manta accusing Aquaman of being racist because of his ethnicity era.
What?
We're in Spider-Man
Look,
going, it's because I'm black, isn't it, J. Jonah? Yes, at one point,
listen,
Spider-Man gaslit Triple J into thinking he was black.
he was black.
Well, this was in court. This was in court, and nobody could see what was underneath him.
So nobody could prove it. Yeah. Which, to be fair, if I was Peter Parker, I would totally do that.
I think that Exalted's probably one of their worst, the World of Darkness's worst splats in terms of just being, but it's entertainingly bad.
Well, yeah, this
No,
is
no. If we want to go really, we gotta go with the Romani one.
No,
Gypsies is worse.
That's just bad.
This Exalted has
fun.
always had a special place in my heart for being absolutely ludicrous.
This is fun. Like, it's
well,
a shit post. It's a shit
yes,
post in human
yes,
form.
it feels like a shit post of a setting, and to a degree it is, but it also has like some like points where you sit down and you're like, okay, that's actually kind of clever. That's kind of neat.
That's self-recrimination coming in, like as they're writing this. Oh God, what am I writing?
But no, like they go into like a bunch of actual details for the world, and there's some really intricate world building that's done for this setting. And some of it's really good. Some of it's not so good.
I will note that we did not get much of it, if at all, because this is the character dossiers.
This is a character dossier, yes. This is one of those, they assume you know about the island of heroin pissing dinosaurs. You know, thank you for bringing that up, by the way, because there's no way that I sound sane at 10:30 at night saying that there are heroin pissing dinosaurs.
So, yeah, like I said, I'd rate it a YSO. What about you guys?
Yeah,
I'd say decent. It's not. Is this a masterpiece of a book? No.
It has a lot of terrible
if you wanted to use, if you wanted to stat and use these characters, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, these are examples of like characters you could run into for an adventure or have a plot hook associated with them, or something where it's like, hey guys, there's stuff I need to get you back onto the meta plot of whatever a session is. You run into X person that you know from this place. That's the purpose of these characters, I feel. And as a whole, they do pretty good jobs at fleshing some of them out as like characters you might have met in the past, or as examples for you that you need to go and fight a big evil Solar Exalted as a group of Dragon Blooded. Well, grab one of the Solar Exalted out of this book.
And also, one of the things I will say, like, I'm calling it a YSO, but it's also decent. It's just, I think there's a lot of, let's be fair, the entire Abyssal section was pretty fucking bad.
You just did not appreciate the deep and exquisite suffering. Okay, I can't even keep it up.
Yeah.
And the Lunars had a lot of fucking just. I was laughing really hard during the Lunar section.
The Lunar section is so funny. It simultaneously wants to be this like, okay,
it
we want to
has
stress
one
that they're
serious
not
character who was abused horribly by the previous incarnation of their solar master. which
that
okay,
happens to be a DMPC, like bar none. Like, look at that fucking stat line.
yep. But in the process, they also they just
They had
couldn't
some good
contain.
characters in there.
They could not contain their erection. They just couldn't.
Right. Like there's the dude that's whole thing is like, you know what? Slavery, I don't like it. I was a slave. I'm exalted. I don't want to be a slave. I don't want anyone to be a slave, and I'm just going to kill everyone who does slavery.
Which made me laugh
Solid
because
character.
his art's just eternally screaming, and it's great.
It is, but like as far as characters go, from motivation from start to finish, you can look at this guy and go like, yeah, makes sense. You know,
But then you get Cat Chick with the bikini bottom,
the cat
bikini
chick
top as a
prostitute that
bottom.
fucked ghosts. Yeah, like okay, what? Hold on.
I will say it's also useful, like if you've like for let's say for example you're like me, you're stupid, you're a dumb motherfucker who's never actually read Exalted, and you're like, okay, how do I want to know how the different classes of Exalted work? I think the book does an okay job at giving you what type of characters you'd get for each clade of Exalted. Like it kind of shows you
Yes,
that Solars tend to have a lot of godly, divine, like it's not your time yet to die, fatherless child. Okay, the latter part's a joke, but still. It's not your time to die. Have fun being miserable. Also, you may get a hot animal waifu who wants to kill you. Bye. Which,
and then the
that gives
son
you an
fucks
idea.
off to wherever he went. Yeah.
The Lunars,
Uh,
you're an animal person, so that's where I came up with the Rat Man and the Waltz. I think that's a great character idea.
it is unironically the kind of character I would want in a Lunar game, because that sounds like a fun guy to be around.
Just like Rat Man in the Walls, muttering
Yeah,
gibberish because of the
it's the
things they
it's the
had to do.
adventures of Ratman and Cockroach Boy.
You got the Siderials, which are very hardcore on the Wuxia, like even more so than everyone else.
Yes, and that's their advantage. I think it's like
I
if you want to just do martial arts bullshit, play side reels.
Speaking of which, I kind of really wanted them to look like as hardcore of a Confucian scholar as possible with the hat and the robes of a dress and everything. That would have
They
been pretty
probably
great.
have like formal wear that they have to wear like
That
when
would
they're
have
at
been
the
great.
Heavenly Court.
That would have been
But
great. The Dragon Blood were hit and miss. They did what they needed to do. They explained what they were somewhat.
Dragon Blood are possibly the most accessible Exalted because they're the lowest power level. They're the easiest to kind of get your head around. Where it's like, okay, yeah, you're just playing like a bender from Avatar.
Uh, Abyssals are just there so that if you know a player who wants to rock in with one, you just kick them out of the group before they commit a
Yes,
sexual crime.
they are the crawling in my
No,
skin.
they're the kick this player out before they cause a big enough problem that the group goes away.
Right.
The Infernal does their job better,
The
and
Infernals are basically Abyssals but cooler and actually relevant. Like I look at a bit at Infernals as like this. How do I make a villain that everyone can kind of get an idea of like, okay, this is actually a really cool dude. They just happen to also want to destroy the world.
and then last but not least, Alchemicals are if you want to play basically any 80s or 90s superhero kind of, or any AD 2000 character like VR Troopers or ABC Warriors or what they're called, or Judge Dredd. Like if you want to play a Judge Dredd but a robot.
Yeah, Robot Judge Dredd, Iron Man, Cyborg,
Cable.
the Iron Giant.
Cable.
Yeah, like there's a lot of options for you to use for alchemicals. They're fun.
So yeah, I think the book does decently enough in explaining to me that way. It's clear you really need you really need the core version of this book. You need second edition to actually play this or know how to or know anything. So that's why I've linked it into the description here for those of you who
Yes.
found it interesting.
Third edition is out. They're finally getting around to releasing all the splat specific books. They just released Abyssals, I think, like last week. Speak of the devil, yeah. Because and the thing is that like hopefully they'll add some more splat books like they did for the Lunars and the Dragon Blooded, but I wouldn't hold my breath for right now.
I mean, hey, at least third edition came out, so that's good.
Yeah, that's one of the big things. It's out. It's better than second mechanically. But
like I said, hey, think about it like this. I actually entered this with the expectation I'm gonna hate every second of this.
and then by about the time that we got to midway through, as
Sidereals,
you
I'd
said,
say.
the Sidereals is you're
Because
like you're
the
getting
Lunars
like,
just made
oh,
me keep laughing.
you're like, okay, this is actually like not what I thought it
It's not.
was.
I can't take this shit seriously like you, but I can at least appreciate the comedy I can do with this.
You can at least appreciate that this is a setting where you can have a giant Gundam battle between like two ancient robots from like ancient houses or whatever else, as everyone's saying like stupid technique names.
So what
Like
you're
that's
saying
the
is this is BattleTech, but done on opium.
yeah, sure, let's go with that.
BattleTech on opium made from dinosaur piss.
Why not? Like that's the if you wanted to play it like that, sure, you can play it like that. You want to do, hey guys, this is the office, but we're all celestial monks having to deal with the demands of heaven. Sure.
The Office. It's
I mean, that's your average side reel game right there. It's like,
I'm just envisioning you go to your workspace. It's just filled with a bunch of chickens that were formerly the
yeah,
citizens of a village that committed great blasphemy, and you just
right. And now
stare at
you
your
got to go fix
coworker.
it.
No, you stare
Yeah,
at
you
your
got to go
coworker
fix
going,
it.
"You stupid motherfucker! This isn't what you do to solve the problem."
Heaven wants us to find the difference between this document and this document. They're the same document.
You literally punch the documents together into one.
Right. Like, I hate to say it, but the idea of like an actual play where we're just doing side reel but the office sounds kind of fun. like imagine how stupid that would be. But it would kind of work.
You get a reincarnation form and fuck it up and accidentally exalt a solar, and you have to find the rogue soul.
Yeah,
and
you have to
summon
go
it to
find the
this guy.
solar you guys accidentally created and convince him to, hey, maybe don't take revenge on the entire planet for everything wrong in your life.
Hey,
Please?
can you die because you were supposed to go into a different person's body? Can you just
Right.
die?
Look, we're gonna have to play. We have to play the celestial monks that are trying to teach this guy complete. Like it's we trained him wrong as a joke. We're that crew.
You are not the chosen one. Wait, what? Yeah, it was kind of an accident. Yeah,
It was
sorry
an
about
accident,
that.
but sadly, there's no replacement in time, and we have spent the last 3 years fucking with you and teaching you wrong. So we've been called back by our bosses to account for this. Yeah, good luck surviving the apocalypse, man. Sorry about this. Real funny story. We'll tell around the water cooler
At least you
when
have
you're dead.
at least you have a horse as a girlfriend, or at least did. She might want to kill you. I don't know.
At least you have Goldship, the horse girlfriend.
I mean, admittedly, she might want to kill you. I don't know what you did previously.
Goldship's method of showing affection is to drop kick you repeatedly.
Also, your previous incarnation came back from the dead as like a really edgy, spiked black blood knight. So
Have fun with that. If you could maybe solve the pending apocalypse and kill that Mask of Winters, that'd be great. It's Office Space, but it's side reel.
Yeah. But with that, well, we do know now that we'll probably be continuing Exalted and the weirdness of this
We'll
entire
look over
setting.
some of the setting books at some point, I think, for Exalted, because there's some genuinely interesting stuff in there and some stuff that Adam will cringe at.
It entertained me enough, and if like the serious stuff, I might actually get interested in too. I don't know, but as a shitpost setting,
We'll
I
find
approve
out.
of it.
It's a shitpost setting. It's fantastic.
Well, tomorrow, not tomorrow. Next week we'll actually be on the Gallard group for their review of the new Hunter Splat.
Oh shit! Really?
Oh yeah, we did make a promise about that. So the newest Hunter Splat is a very interesting one.
Yeah, that will be on their channel, and then next week they'll be on ours. So we'll see about doing an episode for us for next week. But if not, please head over to their channel and watch their stuff and wait for us there.
Yep. So have a great night, everyone, and remember, sometimes there is a rat man in the walls, and they were not your previous lover in another life. Sometimes they're just a crazy rat man. I don't know. There was supposed to be a moral to the story, but like Exalted, I kind of fucked it up.
We lost the plot midway through and have to make everything up.
Yeah. See ya, everyone.